a lot of these podcasts, these is out here lying to us. You know what I'm saying? I'm not officially accusing Math of anything. All I'm saying is this social blade looks weird. Yeah. That's all I'm going to say.
AJ.
What? And just creators in general. All of this is just about cultivating your audience. Just like Rory said in the interview, podcasts aren't profitable, core fan bases are.
It's almost like he set that up. It's like, bro, if I pay you, I'm gonna have to pay 15 other what I'm gonna do. Like,
so
we
that sounds like some shit I was
in the studio.
I don't think you're qualified to even talk to us about how to get away.
Yeah, bro, like, because his hair. This is the truth. I called this nigga Corbin Blue one time a couple weeks ago. He hasn't worn an afro since. I swear to God. That's what, when that full moon out, he just turns into a different creature.
Nigga learn how to bachata.
Somebody help me.
Don't complain about nothing. You got too much pimping to do.
Church.
You can't pimp when you complaining. You can't pimp when you crying.
Now quote Steve Stoute. That's the beef. Well, I think he's saying that a lot of the position that they have right now isn't based solely on merit.
I want Sloth to be doing the worst. Yeah. And when I look at some of y'all social blades, he's actually doing decent. So that's one point that I wanted to just kind of like lay out there. The second point is what?
You laid it on real thick.
Yeah.
Hello, world. Welcome back to another installment of the Homeroom University podcast. You see, this is the podcast about your favorite podcast.
Yeah.
I'm your classmate, Tone Groove.
Jay Noblez.
AJ the Menace.
White man behind the boards.
Yeah.
F-Mac is here as well.
That's me.
F-Mac on the keys. Yeah,
is there like a backflip sound that we could put on the board for F-Mac? Yeah, like something like a onomatopoeia.
That's what it sounds like.
I mean, for the keys, I have this thing.
That'll suffice for now.
We're gonna find something
but
perfect.
That was for 1950s journalism, though.
Yeah, that's for another old dude. That's for another.
That's technically Elliot
like
sound.
beige,
so,
nigga.
Yeah, it doesn't
it's crazy.
really.
Y'all the same complexion. But shout out to everybody that clicked on the video. Like it, subscribe, do your due diligence. Y'all do y'all job. Hashtag office hours.
Yes.
Any questions or concerns regarding podcast news, life in the universe, just leave it down below. We're gonna get to it.
Yeah, make sure you run it up on the audio. That's really important. We know you enjoy the YouTube, but podcasting, the foundation is audio at the end of the day. So if y'all could, even if you want to watch the YouTube, run it up, just hit the play button for us on the audio streaming services, whatever you might be doing. That's also very helpful for us as well, too.
I was about to say, and if you're an adult, you're probably doing shit throughout the day to where you're not just waiting at 7.
Most of our listeners watch us during work hours.
Exactly.
For sure.
A word like the day after?
No, the day up. Just in general, our highest engagement is like
work,
during work hours.
So that's what I'm saying. Check out Spotify, check out Apple Podcasts, give us a review too. But definitely run those numbers up.
Shout out to you guys for not having important jobs. Like you can just mindless activities
they probably
at work.
I mean, those are the important jobs.
Important jobs. You lived a hard life.
You're a slimy salesman.
This nigga used to work at Amazon, so y'all already know. Like
if you're on the cash register, you can't be listening to a podcast.
Yeah.
So,
you could. That's the best person.
Maybe
you don't do much.
Maybe at Mini City.
Then my order's fucked up.
You can count.
Sure. Like my order's fucked up for sure.
That's the worst place for listening to.
Exactly.
Yeah. What do you mean?
Cash register.
Pushing carts.
Pushing
the
carts.
Boss,
They good. That
office
shit.
jobs.
That's where you get to do it.
We got people with careers in here anyway.
You got some
saying? So shout out to everybody. Shout out to our top cities too.
Yeah.
New York, niggas in New York, Texas, Florida, North Carolina. They're actually holding us down there in the top 5 of the most played city. But yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Shout out to all y'all good brothers and sisters.
Yeah, shout out to all the hungry hoes in Dallas. Apparently, y'all got a different appetite.
Yeah, precisely. And please have a good week. Hopefully, y'all having a good week, man. You know what I mean? It's getting hard.
Oh, yeah, follow us on Instagram. But I'm ready to jump into it, though. Danny's been continuing to have... Danny's on fire right now.
He's on fire.
Danny's on fire right now.
Shout out to Danny.
We're going to keep it moving and...
It's a full moon.
Cover some Danny content. So Danny from the Stop has entered into the new elevation,
plateau.
No, it's not a plateau because he's growing, but he has elevated what he does. He's stepped in front of the camera. He's meeting the people that he's talked about or made content about, and he's interviewed several people over the week. The Rory episode just dropped today. We had already been getting snippets of it on his YouTube.
Vlad style.
Yeah, Vlad style before he dropped them. It wasn't exactly Vlad style, but it was Vlad style.
That was the goal. It was like Vlad style with sympathy.
Right. So he was just giving us the hot bits and bites that we wanted that's going to engage the most, essentially. But he did the Rory interview. The full thing dropped today, and it was about an hour and 40 minutes. It was 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
It's 10 out of 10.
I liked it.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it though. That was one of the first couple of times that Rory made me laugh a little bit. I was like,
for sure.
Rory was he was very comfortable.
Yeah, and one of the things we've said this about Rory as well too. Anyway, he's not a Slack podcast guest. It's just because we might not, or I might not. I don't know, y'all listen to Rory and Maul every week.
I say don't disrespect Maul.
Yeah, it doesn't mean what?
Oh, I thought you was about to disrespect Maul.
No. Just because I don't watch their show together doesn't mean I don't think Rory's a good podcaster.
Or did you respect
Yeah, because anytime I've seen Rory in solo situations, it's enjoyable.
And he gets it because he even kind of gave it up to Danny and just like the whole genre that we in to where. Because there's some people that we probably talk about to where they look at us like we're not necessary. Yeah. Or that this is just a dumb thing that's happening on the side. But, shout out to Rory for understanding the importance of the reaction channels because it's an ecosystem.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's a full circle. And plus, Rory, he's a cool dude. Like, he's talking to Danny. I never thought it was going to happen. Like, when I saw this, I was thoroughly surprised. Shit.
Apparently, he's doing this behind his team's back. He ain't tell nobody.
And did you see, exactly. And did you see, apparently it's one dropping with Amani.
Yeah, he already. Well, there's clips.
There's clips of that. Yeah,
he put a clip out already.
Yeah. Oh, word.
And he did one with Julian too.
Yeah, with Julian too.
Yeah. We only have clips of both of those so far.
How long you think it'll take until we see Joe Budden sitting on that red sofa or wherever they at?
Shit. Right after.
I don't know about it being here because this is at.
Because he traveled for this probably.
This is Mandy's studio. So the odds of it being at Mandy's studio pretty low, I think. I don't know, honestly.
He got to talk to Ice.
I don't know if he really has to either.
He doesn't have to
because he can get Joe anytime he. It's not that he can get Joe anytime he wants to, but he interacts with Joe so frequently on Spaces that. He's getting his shit off, So how much they could always sit down. It could always be a thing that they do, but I don't know how necessary it really is. Yeah. And I don't know how much Danny even wants that,
Yeah. That's probably something for like 3 years from now.
Yeah, he likes staying 3 feet away from Joe.
Yeah, based on these interviews that he's securing, it does seem pretty strategic. The ordering of them and the way that they're coming about. Literally. I know with No Jumper and Adam, that's just one of those. Adam's gonna reach out to somebody. Like, Adam's not really a hater. Like, Adam will see you on Reddit, he'll follow you and DM you. And even if it's just I saw a clip and I liked it, that's what he did with us.
No, he is desperate.
Yeah, but I think Adam's
he doesn't
always
have the best options.
To be fair, Adam's always moved like that. Like most people, like Joe is not going to be the one to send the DM, but he'll send he sent an EN for us.
He sent his white man,
so we appreciate that, But Charlamagne's not going to do that. You know what I'm saying? No. There's a lot of people who aren't going to do that. But in this interview, they cover quite a few things, and I enjoyed hearing a lot of the business talk and how serious the business of podcasting is. There was actually some things that Rory was saying I wasn't surprised about, but he was being really transparent. So they signed a new deal. That was one of the things. And it's kind of going into just overall, I think one of the points that I want to stress is just don't be fooled by this podcast shit. Rory, the things that I've been thinking all week, Rory kind of affirmed a lot of them. In terms of how many of these things are actually sustainable businesses and how many of these podcasts are just out here winning off of prayers and first to market, So the Rory and Maul business, it's a multi-million-dollar business. They're booming. It's saying anybody trying to say that they don't have a successful podcast is a fucking
No,
clown.
they have
got
one.
shirts.
It's not even.
They have one.
You're disingenuous.
It's
You see them
disingenu-
thumbnails?
It's disingenuous as hell. You
Costs
know what
money.
I mean? And I learned that they're in the office Monday through Thursday. They have roughly 9 to 12 employees. They're in there every
So
single day.
they one short now.
They got free
Yeah,
lunch.
they're in there every single day doing work. I don't know. They didn't bring anything up about lunch, but
But it possibly. We got free lunch a couple times, so nigga,
yeah,
we definitely getting free lunch.
But one of the things that they talked about with the new deal, I think it was 71 Media. I can't 100% remember. If you can go to the Rory Mall page, just click on that video right there at the top right. It should be in the right corner. If it's what's that logo up there? I think it's 71 Media. But long story short, they had a conversation in there where they were talking about signing a audio deal they signed an audio deal for their new situation. Their Sirius deal ended. They signed an audio deal, and that comes to
Congratulations.
and pretty much that audio deal is going to connect them with advertisers and things of that nature. And he was stressing the importance of how all these deals nowadays are so tailor-made. No deal, there's so many eras of podcasting that are completely dead. So there is no more exclusivity because that's just a dead business model.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
about the eyes and the eyeballs. The audio is always going to be the foundation because at the end of the day, podcasting is audio first. Before so many people started putting their podcasts on YouTube, we were only listening to the audio for years. And that's all these platforms and things of that nature. But a lot of these people, a lot of these podcasts, these niggas is out here lying to us. You know what I'm saying? We think they're successful because maybe their YouTube has decent numbers. Maybe their YouTube has trash numbers. But when we hear them talk about the money they're getting and things of that nature, they'll make it seem like these niggas, they have the biggest podcast,
Right,
period. You
right.
know? I don't believe half of them is pretty much what I'm alluding to. I believe everything that Rory is saying in terms
Right.
of that being a sustainable business because
He sounds
or
very level-headed.
a good business because they have the audience, period. When Rory and Maul go on tour, Rory and Maul sell out shows.
They do.
You know, we've seen their YouTube number, even if they don't hit 150,000 or 200,000 or 100,000 on every episode drop, we know if they go on tour, there's not going to be an empty.
It's gonna be asses.
No, it's
and
gonna be
seats.
It's going to be some asses and some
yeah,
seats, period.
sure.
You know?
They don't have a warehouse full of merch.
Yeah,
They're
and
probably moving efficiently.
And they also
no reason.
come off of a Joe 𝙿𝙾𝚃, and a Joe 𝙿𝙾𝚃 has one of the most loyal
Fan bases.
and,
Fan bases, yeah.
loyal and most consistent fan bases. So just hearing him talking about how every deal they've had to perfectly craft and be tailor made specifically for the audio, and there's certain aspects of the video that are gonna be left completely alone. That's me, my bad. It's nice to hear and it's good to hear just because it's like, oh, okay.
They're taking it serious.
These niggas is out here.
Literally.
Well, and most of it
And
confirms that
can
I
you-
think most of these niggas is fugazi. out here.
Yeah, for sure.
Most of these
for sure.
niggas.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think most of these niggas in
a lot of them.
podcasting is 100% fugazi.
That's a lot of them.
No questions asked.
That's a lot of them.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. And it's also nice to hear you come around on that exclusivity shit.
What are you talking
Nigga,
about?
what?
What are you talking
You come
about?
around.
No, you're the only one who was tripping
You're the
ever,
only one
bro.
stuck,
Come
nigga.
around. He just said exclusivity is a bad business structure.
We
That's what he just said.
well,
He said it's no longer a lucrative business structure.
we
You're
never.
Really, you're really like
Is that
Yeah.
what you
You're
just
really
said?
just
You're
holding
grasping,
on.
bro.
Is that
Like,
not what you just said?
A
That's
little
what,
bit of
that's what I've
context.
said every time.
Yeah,
Is that not
bro.
what he just said?
No, we were talking. You thought that.
Nigga, you said Joe Rogan's deal was a bust.
Yes.
So they decided to come back and give him $250
Because
million.
exclusivity is a bad business structure. That's the only point I was ever trying to make.
So he got
and it
into a
sounded
better.
like
so
you
you're-
made the point that you argue with me about. So I had to say something.
Nah, nigga.
So he got into a better business structure by losing exclusivity. So he got a
Everybody
better
go-
business structure.
Everybody go back and listen to that
You're
shit
not listening.
that Tone was
You're not
saying.
listening.
You
I
are
stand
really
firm.
reaching right
Yeah,
now. with
you're
It's
that.
not a reach.
Yeah, no, you're
He said
reaching.
it. You
But nah,
said that.
Shout out to Rory, man, talking that business talk.
Now he was speaking like, and I liked how he
I'm
said
glad
like,
he's telling the truth. A
Yeah.
lot of us are broke.
I like how he said like, good business is not hard to do. He was like, you can do good
That was a
business.
bar. That was
I
a
love
bar.
that shit. He was like, you
That was
can
a
really
bar.
do good business. And when he was talking about that shit, I was like, he's absolutely right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
there's room for that. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It's not always what niggas think it is. It's just you have to be on that other side making sure it's good business too. You know what I'm saying?
Also, I just want to make sure Danny
Sneak
gets
this from
his
Joe.
fucking flowers. Danny is really going
going
crazy
off.
right now.
He's going
I
off.
mean, I know a lot of people, especially anytime there's a content creator that does not show their face.
Yeah.
Most of our initial thoughts is this nigga's pussy. and
ugly as shit.
And he's just not gonna do it. He's not gonna ever step in front of the camera. He's not gonna keep the same energy in front of somebody's face. Or skill wise, he just sucks. A nigga can make a decent YouTube video, and when they have it, in terms of having a conversation with them, when you get in front of them, you're like, bro, this nigga is weird. That could just happen, and he could still make great YouTube videos, but you don't want to sit and have a conversation with him. And Danny is literally just blowing past and surpassing. I think everything that a lot of people were saying, whether you like his content or not.
Even now, like I be seeing him on Twitter, he just be going back and forth, like not even just bulldozing straight through the scrutiny.
Yeah,
the shit's beautiful.
It's amazing.
It's nice to see.
Yeah, it's amazing, man.
Through it.
And he's out here climbing the ladder and growing his content, putting the clips out correctly, asking the right questions, making sure he's inciting his moments and things of that nature. And he's really killing that shit, man.
Yeah, you know, Danny has prepared for this for a long time. Like he took the proper route into getting into media and broadcasting. This is not a fluke. It didn't come from nowhere.
He went to school for this.
He took the students route.
Yeah, he did that shit.
He took the students route and he worked his way up.
And then he took the poor man's mouth who's just getting out the mud. You know what I'm saying? He did both. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah. And they both helped each other.
For sure.
Nah, man. I didn't get to finish it though. You got to finish it?
Oh, I watched the whole thing, start to finish.
No, I'm still like
it was great.
30 minutes and 40
It was great.
minutes
There wasn't a dull moment. There were so many good moments. There was a moment where ''𝔬𝔦𝔑,
I remember
Rory and Maul were talking about ''𝔬𝔦𝔑. Mind you, we did get that clip already, so that's it's not new information. I just heard it again, and it was pretty much how like essentially ''𝔬𝔦𝔑 was just funny acting with Rory. So it's like they never really had beef, but ''𝔬𝔦𝔑 was acting funny, and then when he was trying to reach out to him, he heard through the grapevine, no, don't give him my number. When before he was on his number when Joe and ''𝔬𝔦𝔑 were really going at it, ''𝔬𝔦𝔑 was calling him heavy, like, yo, what's up? Hit Joe for me. We have to figure out if there's a way that we can squash this. So like you were reaching out to me, trying to get me to play this
when you needed
middleman when you were panicking. But now when I'm releasing an album and I'm just hitting you up, you saying don't even give me my number when you included me in your thing between these two people.
Yeah.
So yeah,
trifling.
just funny.
Just trifling.
Yeah, funny acting behavior, funny moving behavior, and things of that nature.
Damn it, Charlotte.
He was saying that he does want to ask him about it, but ''𝔬𝔦𝔑 don't go outside and he don't go outside, so we'll never run into each other.
That shit is
pretty
gonna
much
sit on Rory's heart for forever.
Yeah. There was
crazy.
another thing that he said in that that I did want to highlight as well too.
Danny going crazy. He need to talk to M4.
Can you go to that? Can you go to those chapters
Yeah, I can. Back to the
on that interview? Yeah.
Sorry, I had it back here.
Did they talked about like any plans of like just scaling their business? Just any future plans?
Wait, where are the chapters at?
You have to.
Not exactly.
I don't think he has them on there.
Not exactly.
Oh, this is the clip.
That's a clip. That's why.
The clip. That's why I gotta go to the full thing.
Yeah, absolutely. They definitely talked about
Yeah, I'm
scaling.
gonna
I mean, it wasn't.
It wasn't. Of course,
a
not specifics. Of course.
Yeah, it wasn't a
but-
direct conversation of we're scaling the business. But if you were listening to what he was saying about the type of operation they're running, scaling is inevitable.
Exactly.
You know. So, yeah, that was one of the biggest things. Okay. Rhea Mall's Rocky Start, Mandy breakup, Rory on being blackballed.
Was Eden burned out?
Rory and Maul's office meetings.
Rory's relationship with Carl.
Independent Palooza. Yeah, they had a fabulous conversation.
Hey, they ended it
Scroll
with
up.
Adam 22.
Yeah, that's a good way to finish.
Good job, Danny.
How long will Wack and Adam stay together? Yeah, that was interesting. Another thing, I think Rory's takes on the podcasting game be well, at least that was pretty accurate.
In terms of what?
In terms of like him understanding Wack's perspective, to where it's like that Adam and Wack show is just a show that Wack wants to run in, pop in, do it real quick, and then not have to worry about shit else after it.
Oh yeah.
He just got a platform he can just run to and just handle other business.
That's never going to be
for sure.
sustainable. For
That's
sure.
right.
Yeah, it's serving everybody well right now, but outside of that, it's not going to last forever.
They're not going to make it last. It could. I feel like if they really wanted to make it work, it could.
Wait, Rory was saying it would work though, right?
That's what Rory.
Rory
That's what I was
saying
just about to say.
Rory was saying it would last.
Oh, he was saying it would
He's
last.
saying it's
Yeah.
perfect for Wack because it's like,
Oh, yeah.
like Wack doesn't have. It doesn't appear that Wack wants to be the #1 nigga in podcasting.
Wack,
Podcasting is one of Wack's means though, but he doesn't want to assume full responsibility for a whole platform. So it's cool to just run to Adam real quick, do y'all show together, then he don't got to think about it.
If Wack had an extra 10 toes, it would be dipped into other mediums too. Like he's just trying to like get his shit off like somewhere. Podcasting,
I don't believe in
TV
Wack
shows.
that much. I think there's an expiration date in Wack's mind at all times. The Wack is too unpredictable. He'll flip on it
because he'll self-implode. But like if he wanted to make it work, I feel like it could.
If he
happen.
wanted to,
and I think honestly, I feel like it's happening. I feel like they're actually trying to make it work. Like Wack, he doesn't seem sad when he's talking to Adam. Like he be the most excited. That nigga got a lot of energy that day.
He got plenty of screenshots.
Not all the time, but
anytime he's fresh off of somebody exposing him for
somebody probably tried to
his
shoot
energy
at
is
him.
not the same.
He's
on
a
the next
gang
episode.
member. He's not gonna be happy all the time.
That's his thug passion.
That's his thug dizzle.
It's thug passion.
Yeah,
But nah, man.
but yeah,
I need to finish this Rory Mall.
Yeah, let me get over to this. All right, so one of the things that's been on my goddamn mind all week, I want to talk about the podcasting landscape and overall what the business of podcasting looks like. And this is just based on what I know right now. And for what I know right now. So, number one, podcasting is audio, right?
Yes.
And the reason I keep thinking don't be fooled is because I think a lot of these people are fugazi in this game. I think we're clouded a lot by
the idea of what it is.
No, I think we're clouded a lot by what we just hear people say. We did this many views, we did this many streams, we did this many downloads. Look at our YouTube. See, now one of the biggest things is like with podcasting, we really can't see your numbers like that,
No,
right?
we can't.
I
no
did
billboard
notice
yet.
on Spotify, it does look like they have that over and under 1,000 thing though.
Oh, they do.
Yeah.
They might.
It's like a little leaderboard, but it's probably something you could pay for too. So we don't know. We don't really charge.
I don't have access to that. I'm not
Nobody
that.
does.
Yeah,
Free Spotify
No,
only.
somebody does. I just don't.
But
you know. Yeah,
probably
somebody.
a couple people.
You said what?
It's probably like a couple people.
I think it's a lot of people. I think it's the people who are fully tapped in. We're not fully tapped in. We're in North Carolina. Like,
Yeah.
we're still YouTube creators with podcasts, even though we do have the audio platform side. I think Rory has that. I think 𝔓𝔦𝔑 and them have that. I think Joe Budden has that. I think everybody who's I think Barstool has that. I think Adam has that. I think everybody has it.
Well,
it's just we're not.
And before, the only way that you were getting into podcasting if you was already somebody in another field. So you're bringing your audience to podcasting. Like we're kind of cultivating what we have on YouTube and trying to transfer it into like the digital, like just audio. You know what I mean? So it's a little bit different. Like we're coming into it without all the prerequisites of like being fucking famous, being under Wendy Williams and shit, like shout 𝔓𝔦𝔐𝔬𝔗 and shit, you know? It's a little bit different, but
there's no credentials here.
Yeah, but what's that got to do with what I'm saying?
I was about to say, what was you saying? But I thought that was where you could continue.
No, it's not where I'm going. No,
Okay.
no. So where I'm going is a lot of these people are lying to us. I think some of the things that are happening in podcasting is the same thing that happens in the music industry. If y'all watch the Russ interview on Flagrant, that was actually one of the better episodes they did this year. Yeah. But he was pretty much talking about how labels and it's a common knowledge to buy your streams in podcasting it will be buy your downloads, right? For the audio, and then everybody knows that you can buy views on YouTube, but it's a risky game because YouTube has gotten a lot smarter and you can lose your channel. And Sloth is the prime example. We know he's lost at least one channel from that. So it's a game that you can play on YouTube, but I think it's an easier game that you can play on Spotify because they haven't really caught on to the whole streaming farms thing.
No, they haven't.
And in the music industry, we've already, J. Cole even has the line where he said niggas is faking their streams, you know?
Yeah.
So this
They're
is
probably preferred. Because
Yeah.
everybody posts that end of the year wrap up with all the numbers. That's a good look for Spotify.
Yeah. And I know some people, they get irritated, I think, as well when some of us podcast critiquers like us and other platforms, we might look at the status and the health of your podcast and try to judge it strictly based off of the YouTube numbers, which at the end of the day, that's not technically correct, but it is a good gauge.
An indicator of any engagement can help.
it's a good and it's a bad gauge. Now, I don't know what streams or downloads you're actually getting for audio wise, but let's say you're getting 50 to 100,000. I know that's going to be good for an advertiser. And based on what I've seen, the money that you get off of YouTube AdSense is minuscule compared to the money that you get for actual ad placements.
Yeah.
Now, everybody's not qualified for ad placements because a lot of people don't actually have real people, real fan bases. So it's one thing to sign to a company, which is why when Rory takes his audio and they strike a deal with this I can't remember the name of the company. It doesn't really matter right now in the context of this conversation, but when he takes the audio part of his business and signs a deal to lease their audio, they have real people and a real fan base they can bring over, which means when I say type in this promo code, whatever, there's a conversion on that, which means the advertisers aren't wasting their money on that.
Yeah.
I think in that last boom of big podcasters,
They lost a lot of money.
when exclusivity was, they thought, the best deal, to just flood them with advertising. I don't think those promo codes were going at the same rate that they were cutting those checks. So people were getting these big ass checks, and the promo codes that we needed to enter in to show that real people are actually buying these products were not equaling up. So they realized they lost a lot of money in that. And I think there's still some people riding off the high because we just got you as the podcaster who just got the big bag check. You got the big bag. You don't have to worry about what that back end is. And you should worry about that. One of the things Rory said in that interview was fan bases are profitable. Not, I can't remember what he exactly, do you remember what I'm talking about?
Podcasts aren't profitable. Fan bases are.
Exactly. That's what he said. Fan bases aren't profitable. Podcasts aren't profitable. Fan bases are.
Yeah.
That's a sentiment that's always been the case. I think there's always ebbs and flows in business to where something new happens, and there's always a certain level of finesse when you're dealing with a corporation. If they want to throw me 50 million or 20 million because they think they're going to recruit because a couple articles come out saying podcast is about to be the next boom, then I'm not going to say no to them making this goofy mistake because I'm going to cash that 20 million.
I'm going to be
no risk.
I have no risk. That business
you
is
think
taking,
this gonna work?
Yeah, that business is going to take that risk.
Believe
now, some of these people are recouping, but I think we're seeing podcasts. This is also going back to our clip, what podcast might fail. Any podcast that was attached to some of these big corporations, if we don't see them being able to re-up with that corporation or move into another corporation or just go completely independent, I think that means those promo codes to what they pay them do not add up at all. At all.
Exactly.
And that was not my fault. I did my best to support the promo codes.
Yeah.
I got at least 3 orders of Bluetooth thanks to 𝔓𝔦𝔐𝔓𝔦𝔑 and Shay.
Yeah, shout out to Shay.
I want a sponsorship as loyal as Squarespace.
Yeah.
They've been with Brain Idiots for 10 years.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
I'm pretty sure our first website was off of Squarespace.
It was.
Off of Brain
I wonder why.
The other one I'm working on
Promos
right now is like that
codes,
too. But the thing is too, what he was saying was like a lot of the podcasts that have already failed are primarily there's not many podcasts who are going to fail now because the ones who are still here have fought through a lot of that shit. You know what I'm saying? He was saying a lot of the ones.
Yeah, we're getting to that point.
We're getting to that point where it's like
there's no middleman. Like it's just.
It's like the people who didn't re-up properly on their shit, they're already kind of falling to the wayside now. So we're getting to that point where only the real troopers are going to be here for real.
If you was looking for the quick buck, it's over.
I think one thing that wasn't mentioned.
The gold rush.
I think one thing that wasn't mentioned. So I would say podcasting in totality, we have seen majority of the ones that are going to fail. I think there is a new bubble though. So we can say the sports podcasting, that's a big bubble that's booming right now, right? That we didn't have to deal with. When Joe brought up like Up With Smoke, they were the only ones that we were really had. That's all we really had.
Yeah.
For years.
All the smoke.
Sorry. But it was like a couple sports podcasts.
Sprinkled.
It was.
But they were the main ones.
They were the main ones, but
they were retired players predominantly.
But
they set the tone.
We only had, let's just say 10. I can't name all 10 off the top of my head, but they kind of just held it down. But in 2023 and definitely in 2024, we're gonna have like 500 sports podcasts that pop up.
Maybe, potentially.
Possibly. But long story short, I think they're going to go through their boom.
They are.
And their boom is going to hit a little different. And the
Because of
only
sports
reason
betting.
is
They got
because
legs.
they're attached
Yeah.
to sports
Yeah.
They
betting.
got legs to
Yeah,
stand.
Yeah.
that's the only
Yeah.
thing. When you're dealing with that gambling money, that always hits different.
It hits different.
Than a Kellogg's ad,
I
you
swear
know,
to
or
God.
whatever. You
Like,
know,
Even the content, this is a rise of a new category because, like you said, we had sports podcasts before, but it wasn't this elaborate.
Exactly,
It wasn't
yeah.
the niggas in the locker room doing it.
yeah.
It's
So
a different
there's,
angle now.
there's a lot of sorting out that still needs to happen on the sports side. In general, the overall concept that they were talking about in the show and that we're talking about still remains the same. You know. So that's one point that I wanted to just kind of like lay out there. The second point is what?
You laid it on real thick.
Yeah,
brother.
yeah.
Sorry.
That was
It
a
was like
hell
some
of a
Murphy's
point.
pomade.
I'm sorry, and then this is all week. So before we just continue to, I can go for hours on
Yeah,
this,
yeah,
okay?
yeah.
But I was trying to figure out how not to just dominate. And just like, where do I insert the question so I can loop other people in? But I got to get this shit off though. You know what I'm saying?
I thought the four jokes, but I was like, I don't want to kill the sound. I was like, just let him rip.
was
It's
about to
just
say,
so much shit on my mind. I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
because then I'm
The
now
state of podcasting
yeah,
in general.
it just overall the whole landscape, the state of it, what's actually happening. So then I'm looking at these people's YouTubes, right? And I do know that some people get offended or some people get upset when you judge the health of their business off of their YouTube. But one thing that the YouTube does is it gives you it gives us, the random person, transparency to what the engagement is.
Some social
Right.
proof.
Yeah, some social proof.
The engagement side of it.
There's
And it's
too
one
many-
of the
yeah.
it's one of the most for podcasts. That's where you watch podcasts. It's either
Yeah.
like Apple, Spotify, or YouTube. It's pretty much top 3.
Yeah, can you write down first of the market? I don't want to forget that. That's
I
what
got
that's where I'm going after this.
But did I say a bad word? I
Yeah.
was
So,
looking at it.
no. But I just want to make sure I just kind of keep where I want to go.
Yeah.
So when I look at somebody's YouTube, some of you niggas' YouTube comments is looking real ugly. Period. When I look at your
Abysmal.
social blades, your social
nasty.
blades ain't real. You know?
Rusty. Hair in them.
Yeah, and when I look at somebody like us who have never paid for a fake view on YouTube in a day in our life,
Ever.
Yeah.
then I just put yours next to mine, it doesn't look the same. You have a lot of gaps. You have a lot of negative thousands of views, and we're talking not even negative thousands of views. We're talking negative millions of views, nigga.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
And I've tried to account for everything, bro. I've tried to account for maybe there was a video on your page that somebody technically owned. It lived on your page at one point. It was like 16 million views.
Or
You
it's-
eliminated all by yourself.
why
I
you-
tried
say.
to.
Why you use the exact number? You know what I'm saying?
Because I'm still 2 mil, and I'm
Talking
still
about somebody specific.
and I'm still
Yeah.
2 mil off. You know what I'm saying? So it's just I've looked at a bunch of people like this. You know what I'm saying? Some of y'all Sloth's fucking social blade looks better than y'all, and that's scary.
Ooh,
Yeah.
That's nasty.
Yeah.
That's scary,
You
bro.
don't even shave.
Yeah.
That's
nah.
scary, bro.
It's nasty work.
That's scary, dog. You know?
It's a treacherous game.
And I don't like that shit.
And he cheats.
I don't like. I really
Yeah.
don't like that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I want the worst person to be. I
Yeah.
want Sloth to be doing the worst.
Yeah.
And when I look at some of y'all social blades, he's actually doing decent compared. Even though I know some of those might be
Because
fugazi.
it's most
Think about
fucked up
that.
because it's
Yeah.
like, how is the system not catching this? Right? That's where it gets
Exactly.
How
fucked
am I
up.
catching this?
You
How
losing
we
a
doing
race
this?
to a
Like, yeah.
57-year-old man.
It's like, what the fuck? The system's really against
It's
niggas.
all.
Like,
It's all a scam.
Yeah.
It's just all a scam.
And that's another thing too. It's like y'all talk big, and there's a lot of lying that a lot of these people are doing for us. You know.
in real time.
Let me just go into the first of the market thing. And I think this is what helps condition the lie, and this is what helps keep the lie going. There's a lot of podcasters that we have now that are OGs in the game, and they might have had a previous career. And 9 times out of 10, the main reason that their podcast is actually relevant is because they were first to the market in their genre. A lot of y'all are living off of, and there's nothing wrong with that. To be fair,
That's
how you do it
Coca-Cola and
sometimes.
Pepsi.
Yeah, that's-
like,
Exactly.
That's a lot of
Yeah.
industries
Yeah.
that they
it's,
were
it's a lot of
Yeah.
that.
the biggest and they lasted the
But
longest.
just because you're first to the market does not mean you have a quality podcast. That's the biggest
Also
thing
true.
that needs to be
course.
said.
Those things aren't
If
mutually
people don't
exclusive.
have,
they're
if people
not
don't have
mutual-
options, it's just like
If they don't have options,
Yeah.
and if Tax Stone is the first gangster that we heard behind the microphone, he was the king of podcasting for a reason.
and he sets the tone, the
And on
barometer.
top
It's
of that-
also good.
No,
You gotta
he,
be good.
he happened to
Yeah.
actually be good. So he had both. But I'm saying the person who could we think filled the next void of the gangster podcast, and are they as good as Tax?
It wouldn't even feel real, and then
Yeah.
it would look stupid because we see where that leads. Obviously,
I was about to say.
True, but it doesn't. when I say gangster, your gangster could be retired.
Okay,
I'm not talking about like
thinking active participants.
No, yeah. Tax took it way too far. You know what I'm saying? But
Sure.
I'm
much
just
gangster, not enough
I'm just
podcast.
saying somebody who has that.
pod.
I would say $1 million worth of game is one of those
one of
people
those, yeah.
that slid into that. Even though Wallow,
Math a little bit.
Gangsta pod.
I would say math more so than $1 million. worth
Nigga,
of
I'm
game.
taking that white dude who just talked to criminals over Gillian Wallow.
the white dude who just
Oh,
talked to
1090
criminals.
Jake?
Nah, that white
Mark?
dude who just be like talking to criminals like, yeah, so you know, how'd you sneak
I
1,000
know, who you're
kilos?
talking- I know exactly
He
who you're
talks-
talking about.
Lex Friedman.
Nah, y'all
I
name-
know who you're talking about.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
know
that
exactly.
dude. But
Freeway Ricky Ross. was
Yeah,
there.
he talked to him. But you think Gillian Wallow is a gangster podcast?
I think
Or they
Gilly's a
just lean
gangster.
in.
and I-
Jail stories.
They
Street
lean
Appeal.
into that.
Yeah, Gilly's a gangster.
Yeah.
Like, or Gilly Tax put him into the game.
Yeah.
That's something that they both collectively said. Tax taught us the podcasting game. Gilly's a G. Like Gilly's a gangster, right?
Yeah.
And Wallow's a failed
not-
gangster.
Yeah, essentially, you know,
Yeah.
but they have a nice balance, right? But Tax went away. It's the Jay-Z and Biggie thing. A lot of people say Jay-Z would not be who Jay-Z is if Biggie didn't pass away.
Right.
You know, when something's hot, we can look at 504 and then Pop Smoke.
You gotta pass that
Right.
torch.
You know, when
You gotta
when-
move out
when
the way.
No, when there's a lack in the market,
Yeah.
or when something is taken from the
It gets
market,
filled.
the
Yeah.
Thing.
next thing gets propped into that position
Yeah.
as first in the market, even though it's second in the market. But we're always going to view it as first in the market.
Because it is.
And I
man.
do, and outside
Humans
of
have
that,
fickle memory.
and outside of that, I do think there's a lot of podcasts that are benefiting off of that, because I always have strong critiques for the Gillian Wallow podcast. I don't think it's the best podcast in the world, but I think they capitalized off first in the market. I also think that they brought culture to Barstool, and they were able to capitalize off a low moment. I think they were capitalized off of a sticky situation that the dude was in.
Portnoy?
Dave Portnoy.
Dave Portnoy, yeah.
And they brought culture and I'm not racist no more.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And
They was able to capitalize off of used to being good.
exactly.
Because they had built a
the show
real
was good.
crazy.
Yeah.
Like,
That's a very good point. I'm glad you said that. So
Yeah.
it doesn't seem like, I think now it's not.
Yeah.
But when that guy was there, the bald head dude,
Dev.
Dev, I think it is Dev. I think it is
Yeah.
Dev. The show was actually good. When Don't Call Me White Girl didn't have that long of a run there, but
it was cool.
I
It was
mean,
cool.
But the show was so good that even her being plugged in, that was its own era.
It wasn't
That's
no
my-
ads every 2 minutes.
Yeah, nah,
Yeah.
they wasn't selling U-Haul insurance. and
Nigga,
everything.
deodorant.
So
was a good era.
but there's a couple podcasts. Joe Budden became the first rapper to officially transition into podcasting. First to the market, but he's also great.
Good.
He's
Yeah,
also the
yeah,
best.
yeah.
But he was the first.
Yeah.
No rapper, especially somebody like Joe Budden, who's respected amongst his peers. We know who Joe Budden is, even if he doesn't have 100 million hits. Joe was respected. Fully dive in, even though he's flirted with it before, doing morning shows at Hot 97 and things of that nature.
Yeah.
Podcasting, period. He was the first one to make that transition.
Full transition.
Full transition, and
Full
this is
stop,
what I
this
do.
is what I do, yeah.
And I retire from rap shit.
Yeah. And I'll
You
never
know?
touch a mic again if it's not a
Yeah.
podcast.
Full
mic.
transition.
Full transition, and
Yeah.
there's
Home
other people,
unpluggers.
Gillian Wallow, not Gillian Wallow, Nori and EFN. You know, that's another one. Nori.
They doubled down for real.
Nori got the opposite effect though. On the microphone, he's not the best. He loves to cut a nigga off, but everybody loves him. And he's able to get stories out because he was the artist that we all loved. He had several hits, but another first in the market thing where the quality of the show can go down, but that's just where our eyes are gonna go first because they've
Yeah.
been there for so long.
It's
Like,
an honor to get cut off by Nori.
I was about to say.
Has him
Exactly.
spitting across from you 5
Yeah.
feet.
Exactly.
Throw some champagne on it.
exactly,
Fucking
exactly.
disrespected by Nori.
So
But celebrated at the
So
same
you
time.
saying basically all these niggas that you named, they just got too comfortable. They forgot where they came from. They
I
let victory
think-
defeat them.
I don't think he's saying that they got too comfortable. I think he's saying that a lot of the position that they have right now isn't based solely on merit.
exactly.
It's partially based off just
They
like
got there first.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
real estate.
I don't want to marginalize all the work they did. Yeah, like they was first, they're smart. But it's still, they were good at one point. Like
Yeah.
everybody
They had
that
to
we named was like
sure.
pretty
They had
good
to
at one point.
No, for sure.
Maybe, I don't know about Nori.
And it's another
Nori,
thing.
that nigga was
Well, one of the
always
reasons that I'm bringing it up
belligerent.
is just because these are also successful businesses,
Yeah.
right?
They are.
Whether I tune into them weekly or not, but that doesn't mean that there's no room for critique.
There is.
So if there's a trash episode that comes out and I shit on the trash episode, the backlash that I might receive, I don't give a fuck about, you know, because just because of who they are does not mean they can't put out a shit product.
Right.
So that's why I'm saying that.
Yeah.
Don't be fooled by first of the market performance. First of the market, separate first of the market and performance, essentially, is
Name
what I'm
them.
saying.
Who are these podcasts?
I named 2 already.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did. Okay, I forgot
Yeah.
about that. $1 million worth the game, and you said
Gilly.
That's the same
But to your point,
drink
Jay,
champs.
I will
Drink
say,
champs.
to your point, there is still an avenue of people who were first to market but failed that we don't even know.
Yeah.
So we got to
That's-
give them some credit.
You
but
have to
at
give
the
them
same
all
time,
the credit.
Oh, yeah.
You do have to hold them to a standard. If you're going to be that, then be that.
Then be that.
Then be that.
And
You know what I'm
Joe
saying?
is the only-
and hold that in high regard.
Precisely white
You know
man.
what I'm saying?
And Joe Budden is the only nigga who got in that position and actually stayed.
Anytime my
and,
black brother.
and kept that mentality.
Yeah.
And that's what it is. Like a lot of these niggas, you know, they saw a check. It's like, all right, what's a couple more ads, you know? And that's how it goes. Like, what's a couple
The
more
math
bottles
thing-
on the table?
Let's
The
stop
math-
telling
Now you
stories.
alcoholic.
Yeah. The math thing bothers me too because he was the first. He had a first of the market advantage in terms of battle rapper going podcaster.
Yeah.
and barbershop.
And being successful at it.
And buying the first bots.
Yeah, barbershop, I
Wait, what?
guess.
Other than LeBron,
I'm not there yet though. But in terms of just battle rapper turning full podcaster.
Well, you said barbershop.
yeah, I was just naming the shit he was first to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
Took
about
it
to say
literal.
LeBron. Mav might have been. Yeah, he might have been before LeBron.
Oh yeah, the shot.
He was
Yeah.
before LeBron. That's crazy.
Hell no, he wasn't. I think
LeBron took
was
Mav's
first.
idea.
Did he?
Dead ass.
But that wasn't a
feel like
podcast. That used to come out on
That
HBO.
was a TV show. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
It was a TV.
But
But
If
even back
anything,
then-
Ice Cube did it really first.
God,
my
that
God.
fuck.
with the movie.
yeah. You talking about the movie.
Barbershop setting, but like politicking for real.
Yeah.
That's real life. That's not.
I need to rewatch that movie. I feel like
It's
he's a
real
villain.
life.
But even with Mav, like his podcast was pretty good in the beginning when he had that black dude with the dreads. I forgot his name.
Big nigga.
He's still there. Oh,
Little chubby dude, but
yeah. We can go. Let's go over to Mav real quick.
Man, that was sad.
Mav has another person falling out of his podcast, and this time it's Champ. And
Yeah.
Champ is actually one of the people that I did like on the show.
he was cool.
And I think he did a decent amount of time in jail, so he always had a good perspective in terms of a jail nigga.
Perspective.
Which because
he can tell us about some fifis or something.
yeah, so but
A kite.
this is another Mav Hoffa podcast fallout.
How many does this make?
We're at 4 or 5.
4 or 5,
Five.
right?
Yeah.
I think it's 5.
This is out of control. And I mean, this is one of those first of the market things that I feel like we're watching somebody misuse their it's almost like a blessing being first of the market.
Misuse their authority. Or
no,
just their,
it's a
like,
blessing. It's almost a blessing to be first of the market. We were one of the first of the market and podcasting about podcasting on accident. That's a blessing that I don't want to take of it, that I don't want to lose that headway because we were so early in that. Podcasting had been a thing for damn near 10, 15 years. I didn't realize that we didn't have a successful battle rapper in podcasting, not podcasting on a weekly basis yet. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So he was the first respected battle rapper every week dropping podcasts. And we're just watching him like misuse this and keep falling out with people. And it's like, what the fuck is going on over there? And
You
then
surprised a battle rapper beefing?
I was about to say.
I'm irritated because I've loved battle rap my whole life. And I've always wondered how these niggas are surviving all year because they'll do 2 to 3 battles, maybe get 10,000, and that's when they're big, you know? And it's like, well, there's no way you're living off $25,000, $30,000 a year, you know, off these 2-3 battles.
Hell no.
I don't think, how much are you selling another 80,000 in merch? Probably not, because
Probably,
most of them
yeah.
had trash merch.
Probably another
You know-
80,000 in drugs.
You know, but you were
Yeah.
at that point you're playing with both sides of the fence, and then now we could lose you to the we
the
can
game.
lose
To the
you
system.
we can lose you to the system.
But for
To the
while we
game.
got you, your perspective is enhanced.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You need deep in these
So
keys.
it's like Math got into podcasting first to the market, and just continuous falls out. At this point, it's him. It's like I can hear what the other people have to say, but why the fuck are these people? Why is there
Common
always something
denominator.
going on? You're the common denominator.
Common
at this
denominator.
point.
And like you can look at Math and you could tell he just has explosions sometimes.
I mean, that's why I love Math.
We
I
saw
used to
it
watch-
on film.
I used to watch.
He smacked a
Mav-
couple different poets.
I used to watch Mav videos hoping he would punch a nigga. You know, just the unpredictability was nice. But I thought at this age, transition into this, having the entire game embrace you. Everybody embraced him. It wasn't he was doing a podcast and had to work his way. He was automatically tapped in with the A-list battle rappers. He was automatically tapped into the A-list rappers that were on podcasts. And they had no problem coming over there regularly.
That's a fact.
But it's always something going the fuck on over there. And it's like, what's going on, bruh?
It seems like he don't value his people.
Or maybe he's not the best at assessing the value of his people.
That too.
Because I think a part of this is that not that Math's a bad person, but he might be a bad talent scout. Not in terms of on mic just performance,
I think
but
he's a bad manager.
just in terms of like the niggas like that he's probably doing business with. He probably has a habit of doing business with niggas who have other intentions.
Now, I mean, if you're talking about everybody that has left this nigga, I thought was cool. Like, you know what I mean?
Like
if that's
you-
what you're saying.
Are you talking about like?
Because you're talking about the
And
people
it's
that
different
have...
case
Yeah,
by
if,
case.
if you're
It's
saying
different case by
talent
case.
wise,
Not talent wise. I'm
Okay,
talking about
okay.
just in terms of like you put a certain type of nigga on and then it's just kind of not enough what you've already done.
they don't normally fall out for those reasons though. They don't fall out for performance reasons.
No, that's not what I'm saying about performance.
Okay,
I'm talking
okay.
about a nigga wanting, like feeling like you're not doing enough for him, even though you feel like you put him in perfect position. He might have a habit of selecting these niggas to be comrades
Talking about people
with.
who want like handouts.
Like it's
more
just
than-
never
more
gonna
than
be
wanna
enough.
Do the grind
Yeah,
type
'cause
thing.
even as I was watching this, I was trying to like see like, all right, is this nigga being genuine? Is this coming from like a real angle? The
Talking
nigga
math,
seems active. Yeah, he seems really disturbed at his own decision making. Like I can't
Because-
believe I keep choosing
No, he
the
can't-
same kind of nigga.
He can't believe he keep making the same mistake.
Exactly.
Yeah,
But in a bad way. Like, God damn, I can't control these niggas. I can't, like...
I don't think it's the people he's picking. I think it's the management style.
Yeah.
I think it's the way that operation is run over there. I think everybody understands the value and everybody understands the importance or whatever he has going on over there. The
Team spirit and shit.
the look, right? It's like it's a up there podcast. I think after a couple months or whatever, shit starts wearing off and they're like, what is happening over there? You know, like they're not satisfied with what's happening on the back end for the business.
Who?
The people
the
around
other
him.
personalities.
Yeah,
They want more.
possibly. Which
That's
makes me-
kind of what I was
But
saying.
no-
Okay.
That's the point I'm getting to is that like, nigga, this is a job.
But
I'm
it's
here every day.
But it's probably to like our last point where they don't even really know the business.
I was just about to say.
You know what I mean? Them niggas is ignorant to what, like, how much money they actually making. Because allegedly, this nigga Math, as you know, Punjabi bots, Punjabi fans, things of that nature.
But they fell for the facade that you were just speaking of.
Yeah, 100%. Which is another thing that I was,
Yes.
which is why
They
I'm
did.
even on
They
this
did.
whole thing.
Yeah, yeah.
This is one of those things where I'm not officially accusing Math of anything. All I'm saying is this nigga Social Blade looks fucking weird.
Yeah.
That's all I'm gonna say.
AJ.
What?
You just said it.
I'm just saying that I can't fully accuse him, but I'm just saying this shit look fugazi. It look weird.
What about it? Like, just
Social
the,
Blade.
What
look like
about
a
it?
shank.
Like, what looks weird about it is like at the beginning of this month, 275,000 views just disappear all of a sudden. A year ago, 18 million views disappeared all of a sudden.
And a Social
there's
Blade-
multiple days
That's
where
funny.
there's multiple days where nothing's happening, and then there's multiple days where there's a boom, and then I'm just saying things look funny.
There's no consistency.
There's no consistency. When I go into his comment section, things look weird in his comment section. It's always these weird avatars of these like random shits that you might see on a dating swipe
Yeah,
site.
yeah.
Like, who are these bitches? These bitches ain't even real.
Yeah.
And they always have the most same on some
And they're always-
big loon, some weird bot. Oh, this is an angle and a motivation I needed this
Yeah.
morning.
Yeah.
Since when does the fucking battle rap community talk like this? Where did this bitch come from?
Yeah.
Why do all these bots talk like this? You know, and it's obviously
You've got hit with those
and
before.
it's not all cap. It's not all fake, and I'm not saying that either. Because if it was that bad, if it was that egregious, his channel would be out of here.
It'd have
Because
been gone.
YouTube don't
It'd have
play
been
like
gone.
that.
Yeah, it'd have been gone.
I don't know. There's a certain level of finessing. Ask Big Loon is the person we need to talk to about
Okay.
that. He knows when you go through a goofy site, you can lose all your shit, but when you pay for a correct place, it can look a lot more official. I don't know.
That a motherfucker.
You
And
know?
we need that. We go to Big Loom for the shitsiness.
Yeah, it's
Like, nigga, where we get the good bots?
yeah, that's 100%.
He got that good work.
Yeah, so
Jesus.
I don't know, and I can't 100% say it just because I'm looking at your social blade. You know,
It's speculation.
It's speculation. But I'm just saying that shit look weird, bro.
Yeah, because consistent upward or downward movement would be fine. You know what I'm saying?
And one of the things that, when it comes to that, the money might look funny too. I don't know at all. I don't know what it's like when I spend 500 on, let's just say I'm doing this for myself. I'm taking math out the equation as well. Let's say on our channel for the next 30 days, I'm going to have them spread 500,000 views. Are those views going to be equated into the same money that I might get, or that would reflect?
The illegal websites I'm on have movies. I'm not buying bots. I don't know how that works.
Apparently,
like it's really no telling.
There's really no telling.
I've heard no though.
Do you mean, are you getting money from the views, is what you're saying?
Yes. Am I
So
getting the same conversion
how
dollar?
I
can
think
you
so
use
on
them?
Yeah.
Spotify, I believe so. So on Spotify, when they buy views, that views generate money.
The same amount of money.
Yeah, so it
But
generates
I
money
think
back.
YouTube does do quality view pricing.
Okay.
Like
They do quality
There's a higher quality because with YouTube retention is a thing.
Retention is
So
huge.
that one
So,
view,
yeah.
one person watching an entire podcast could get me $1.50.
Right.
One full person.
Right.
But the view that I buy might be 30 seconds,
Yeah.
20 seconds.
It might not be longer.
That's
And
a
that-
quick glance. That's
And
like,
that's that's just me accidentally clicking on some shit.
Yeah.
So that the money might not even equate. So
that's a peek of view.
I keep having these, and this is the thing too. Don't be fooled by these fucking views either, because we're the perfect example of knowing that 10,000 views, the niggas watched us. The nigga that we talked about in that video, he saw it. If it
For
has,
sure.
Yeah.
if it has 5
More
to
than
10,000
likely.
views, period.
For sure.
The niggas was watching at 2,500 views.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It
So
literally
when-
doesn't take that many views
It doesn't take that many views when they're real.
when they're real.
That's
exactly.
the difference.
'Cause
When they're
it's-
real
it's
view,
real reach.
It's real reach. So
Yeah.
we are the perfect example to where even when we first started, like the first 6 months of this podcast, y'all remember like they used to try to kill us and be like 1,800 people.
Yeah.
Nigga, your video got 1,800, and we like nigga, this
That's
nigga
up.
just
Yeah.
cursed me out in the
Literally.
DM because he saw that shit.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
They
yeah.
calling our podcast game. We
Yeah.
actually talking to these niggas.
Yeah, like
literally.
nigga, I'm going back and forth with this nigga. This nigga sent me his phone number, his email. He want to talk.
Yeah.
This bitch is in my think she mad we brought her up. You know,
Yeah.
so
This one bitch is glad that we like her titties.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
come
yeah.
on.
Full
Shout out
range.
to her.
Yeah,
Shout out to them
and-
titties.
and-
And
fat-
that one only got 1,500 plays. Like, you know what I'm saying?
That
Not
was-
even the most.
That one still
And
didn't
she
even
was
crack
3
2K. I
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
think. You know
yeah,
what I'm
exactly.
saying? So when you have real views, it doesn't take that many to make an impact or get on people's radar.
Yeah.
You know, you get rewarded for real fucking views. So when I see an interview come out and it has 150,000 YouTube
How many
views,
comments though?
let's just say 500 comments. It's a little too low for 150,000 still, but
That's pretty.
But that
That's
sounds
pretty
like
good.
But
that
it's
sounds
pretty
like the
good.
standard package.
I'm
of
gonna
the
be
okay.
website.
It's not like
50. Anything below 100.
no, we do 50. Go to our last YouTube video. Let's
Well,
just
I'm
see.
saying if you have 100,000 views and you don't have at least more than 100 comments,
should have 1,000 comments. Yeah,
you should.
should.
Because you got to think it's 300.
That's a lot though.
It's
But I
three-
get
you
go
got
to
to think
our
it's
last-
300 probably raw comments and then another 200 in response to those comments.
So last
It's
week's Homeroom University episode has 7,000 plays. We have 82 comments.
82 real comments, and if you're watching this, comment down below.
Yeah, and I've
Office
seen
hours.
niggas with 100,000 views, 50,000 views, 50 comments.
And shout out to Danny, because Danny video, like he has
Danny will
hundreds
get
of
really
comments.
engaged.
Danny will get 300-400
Yeah,
comments
yeah,
on
yeah,
10 on
yeah.
10,000 views.
Yeah, Danny's
Some of
going
them-
up.
some of them
Yeah.
niggas be hating, but they
Yeah.
still they
Yeah.
watch.
And they in there,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. It's a
So
real view.
But because we're getting so much authentic viewership and the big niggas are watching, it makes me wonder, like, what is the tool that the niggas up top, what are they using to cut through the bullshit and be like, all right, this is who is getting the real numbers and this is where I need to be looking.
It's
And I
just
think
reach.
everybody knows.
They know.
They know.
Everybody
They
knows.
know.
It's a
Everybody
feeling.
They
knows.
know.
It's a feeling. It's a feeling.
It's just
Yeah.
You like what you did with math. You can look and tell when somebody has a real community.
Yes.
Even if it's small, you can see how invested the
Even-
niggas are.
100%.
even
That's
if it's small,
facts.
because it's not
That's
all fake.
Because you got
Yeah,
to
because
think
it's not
all fake.
Math
might
is
get-
not. It's not all fake. Period. I need to make sure that's stressed because math is not no nobody nigga. Mass
Right.
was
From
a
New
battle
York,
rap
yeah.
legend.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
yeah,
so
You
yeah.
check for him for his credibility.
I'm checking. Yeah. Like I've been fucking with Matt for over 10 years.
I clicked
So
on the podcast because I already knew who this nigga was.
I was
You know what I'm
already,
saying?
I was
yeah,
already
yeah,
bought in because
yeah.
I fucked with you from them DVDs. So
and you still getting 500 fake comments. Like,
Yeah.
we'll get 30 comments, and 15 of them will be this long.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
it's in depth. These
Yes.
niggas invested in real intellectual questions.
yeah,
I feel like it really depends on the purpose. Because if he's buying this to like real advertisers in, you know what I mean? Like
This is a
at
game.
At least because it is.
It is a
'Cause It's a
game.
fucking scam.
and it's a goofy.
Like,
It's a sick game that you can play in podcasting of
entertainment.
numbers to corporations.
But you have to do it right, or you will
don't have
fall
to do
like
it.
Big Sloth.
You don't have to do it right. Big Sloth is on Black Effect. He did
For
it.
now,
He
yeah,
did
he
it correctly. Even if he didn't do it right, we're not gonna act like he didn't sign a deal.
But
He didn't get connected to a podcast network.
he got
that's
across the
directly-
finish line
And to the
limping though.
point, and to the point that we just made,
But it
even some of the big niggas can fall for that facade.
easily.
Yeah. Yeah.
Easily.
Because
Anybody can
Charlamagne
fall.
looked and thought the work was good, and even though some of the on-camera skills are there, but
Yes.
he probably looked at the engagement and the numbers
Right.
was like, oh, solid.
There's a
Literally,
lot of
love it.
people. Yeah, there's a lot of people that if I only look at your podcast on paper, this looks like a great business to go into.
Yep.
Like,
Yep.
there's no way it's not.
Yep.
Look at him. He's averaging 110,000 plays or 70,000 plays.
He's getting other
500
celebrities.
Yeah, he's getting celebrities. He's
It's-
connected. Seems like people love him.
Yep.
This looks great on paper. Then I sign the deal. I either cut you an upfront check or we start feeding you money with the advertisers that we've already made deals with. And these QR these
Not getting nothing. No
these
return on
codes
crazy.
ain't these codes ain't coming in, bro.
Ain't no ROI.
And it's
Yeah,
crazy
yeah.
'cause, like you was complaining about how like people got the game fucked up like with this image, but like even advertisers got the game fucked up with the image. Like they don't even know what to look for. Like nobody
sure.
really, everybody's eye is off.
It's a
But
because
everybody's
because it's a
fighting
kind
to be second.
and it's hard to track.
yes.
It's hard to track.
Things are getting too smart right now.
It's
Yeah.
it's too niggas is too nimble.
And on top of that, it's just like it's a goofy game. We were joking during the pre-show where it's like I'm a slimy salesman. I've been in sales for quite a while. Yeah, I am a slimy salesman. If I know I have to sell a package to somebody, I'm gonna add an extra little sauce to it.
Yeah.
When you're running a podcast business, you have to sell your business to advertisers,
And-
if you're getting your money from advertisers.
Because for all Matt's like Spotify numbers could be solid.
They could be.
But the YouTube numbers, and that's probably what it was.
Yeah.
And that's what it is. A lot of times, that could probably happened to us. Like
Yeah.
we've been told that, like, yo, y'all good, but y'all need a couple more thousand
Yeah.
for y'all to really, you know what I mean?
Our YouTube numbers are solid because we never pay for a view.
Yeah.
The engagement in the community is obviously real,
And we
but
got
which is
retention.
why one of the things that we tell you, like why we stress, make sure y'all run up that audio, even if you don't listen to the whole thing right now on paper. Even if you're gonna watch it here, hit that audio for us because that's gonna help us because
Yeah.
our audio does not equal what we have on YouTube. Period. It doesn't.
Right.
And even to what you said, like if you pay $500 for 500,000 views on YouTube,
Right.
it equals to lower on Spotify. Like
Yeah.
you don't get back what you make
No, yeah,
for
'cause
Spotify.
Spotify ain't cutting no
You
fucking
gotta-
checks like that.
Nah,
No,
you got to
that's-
pay thousands of dollars
It's
for maybe a
completely
couple
different.
hundred.
Yeah, it's
of
completely
fucking-
different. And even that $500 on YouTube might only bring you back $50-something.
Literally.
On YouTube.
Exactly.
You're honestly better off gambling. Prize picks has come to the
No,
Carolinas.
Yeah.
but they're doing it for the look in order to reel in and finesse up.
because
the
you
network,
have to,
you know what
because
I'm
you
saying?
might have.
And that's the ultimate play. It's like I
Yeah.
need to make it look a certain way. We're all consumed with the facade. It's on all these social media platforms.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? But on YouTube, it's like with that, if I can get the eyes, I'll get the subscribers. Not the subscribers, but the
the acclaim,
advertisers. And then the
that's-
advertisers
yeah,
come.
yeah, right,
You know what I'm
right,
the
saying?
advertisers, 'cause
And that's where the bag is at.
it's all an eye test. A lot of these niggas, a lot of people don't know what they're doing in these positions.
And then sometimes it's not even an eye test. Sometimes the connections is going to get you in.
Exactly.
So let's say who do we use? Joe Budden.
You're dead.
Somebody
Yeah.
can just see the fact that we were on Joe Budden and give us more than we're actually valued for because if Joe fucks with us, he did an episode with them.
Nigga.
They got to be worth something.
Right,
You know
right,
what I'm
right,
saying?
right, right.
Celebrity credit.
Yeah, the celebrity
And
credit
it's-
and your networking credit. You
Yeah.
know. So
Because they're really trying to get to Joe Budden potentially.
Possibly, but
It's just
but they know, but
the
they
idea.
might not be trying to get to him, but they know
Not
anything that
exactly,
comes off
but
of his
yeah,
tree
yeah.
seems to be profitable.
Exactly.
You know,
They're trying to get around that tree.
It's like
Yeah,
they
yeah,
they,
exactly.
see whatever fall off.
they got
Yeah.
the Joe Budden. I'm trying to get to them. It's like
exactly. So
yeah.
yeah, I mean, we didn't even get back to. We kind of went off on a tangent with the whole map thing, but this nigga keeps losing shit, bro, and it's really irritating me, bro.
Sad to see.
Yeah, it's
We
just-
didn't even
yeah.
play him crying about
We
it.
didn't,
The
and it's-
video.
So he losing friendships.
Yeah,
I
let's
can go
watch
back
this.
to it. I go back to it.
Because it really bothers me, bro, that because I like math so much, you know what I'm saying? That
I feel
is even-
it's a couple different things with you.
Yeah.
But it's also like the business aspect.
yeah,
Like it's the position that you've been granted, that you've been bestowed, really, because
Yeah.
a lot of it is luck.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? We didn't start this with the idea like, yo, we're gonna be the first niggas. A lot of times,
Right.
greatness
Nigga,
doesn't happen like that.
nothing-
Michael Jordan
Yeah.
didn't know he was gonna be 6'6".
Bruh,
Nigga just
exactly.
sprouted up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Oh no, he
Us-
might have sacrificed to go for that.
us podcasting
Yeah.
about podcasting was a accident. If it wasn't
Yeah.
for No Jumper, it wouldn't have happened. If it
Yeah.
wasn't for T-Rail, AD, and Duno leaving No Jumper, this show would not exist.
That's
Adam's
facts.
degeneracy started all of this.
That's it. And the only
Yeah.
reason is because I said, nigga, I've wasted 6 months of my life watching this goofy shit.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it.
Thank God Les
Yeah.
does drugs.
Yeah,
And
like,
it was
that's it.
literally luck. We was just in the studio like shit.
And
Where's
that's,
Wax?
how, and that's how a lot of the Where's
Yeah.
Wax, still our biggest clip on the YouTube
Yeah,
channel.
that's a fact.
8-minute clip, 96,000 views.
Real views.
Real
Real
views.
views.
Nigga, that's a lot of muscle.
Real
Including
views.
Wax.
Yeah. And everybody
Probably.
everybody
Yeah,
watched
they
that
watched
clip.
it. Everybody.
Down to where everybody's watched that clip. yeah. Still shit we can't say.
Yeah.
Wax watching that shit trying to find out where he is.
Yeah, so it's like
You trying to find out what you did to her.
yeah, and that's our biggest clip video, but nigga, I've had bigger issues with the videos that have 1,500 views.
Yeah,
nigga.
that's a fact.
What?
Yeah,
like,
that's a fact.
Nigga, some of the conversations I've had are them videos got 800 views, nigga. 1,500, nigga. Me and these niggas are going
That's a
back and
fact.
forth crazy
Yeah.
compared to the ones that got 10,000 or 50,000 and shit. You know?
Yeah. Numbers and engagement sometimes they correlate. They go hand in hand.
Which is why
But-
YouTube is good
Yeah.
it's a good metric, even though it's not the boast of, it's not everything.
But it's just you can go off the eye. Like fuck it, let me
can.
click and scroll.
But it's what you said earlier. It's
kinda
the,
like
it's
a
the
bank account
engagement.
camera.
It's the engagement.
It can expose what you got going on.
Yeah, it can really expose.
It can expose or it can solidify what you have, going on. Because I'm pretty sure Rory and Maul, I think they average about, their podcast has been growing because I've always
has.
watched them.
It's been growing.
It's been growing because they really been going at it like with a different like energy. I feel like in
Yeah.
the last last
got a
90
new
days
vigor.
or whatever.
I think they're averaging like 60K or something like that.
Exactly, but
Somewhere
I
around
know they don't hit 100K, but that
Yeah.
60K
That's-
real
that's
as
solid.
fuck.
Yeah, it's
That-
like
that-
40
that
to
60
60K.
Consistent
60
Yeah.
real.
That 60 is
good,
real.
bro.
That's a
good.
lot of power,
That's
bro.
that's why when Rory and Maul show up somewhere, nigga, the tickets are sold out.
Bro.
Yeah.
They don't take
Yeah.
L's in person because they didn't pay for their
Because they're being
views.
authentic. They're doing real shit.
Yeah, and
There's real
then
people there.
something else that also needs to be mentioned is that like this is why Joe Budden is. I understand why niggas hate him because nothing is fugazi over there.
Yeah.
In terms of those numbers,
Right.
that shit's real as fuck.
Right.
2.8 averaging every episode. That's 2.8 niggas. Period.
Yeah.
Period. Human beings with brains.
Guys.
Period. You know,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
men
yeah,
and
yeah,
women.
yeah.
Yeah.
And nothing's fakes over there. Nothing is fake over there.
No
And
mail-in ballots.
No mail-in ballots. No, these are breathing human beings, bro.
Yep.
All over 30.
Yeah, and which is why his and on
5,
top of that,
35.
he's cultivated his fan base for 20 years.
That's a fact.
So anybody that comes under that tree, Rory and Maul could have taken what they got. Being able to come from a Joe Budden camp having a look from Joe Budden like us is always going to be a blessing. Let's say after the Joe Budden episode dropped, I'll tell y'all, we probably gained when the Patreon dropped, because the Patreon dropped first, and then within a week I dropped it on YouTube. We just from the Patreon alone, we probably got 1,000 subs, maybe 11.
Yeah.
I think it was like 11 or 1,200
It
subs.
was about 1,200. Yeah, 1,100, 1,200.
The Joe Budden effect.
It wasn't Joe Budden episodes. I don't know how many people are on his Patreon. Nobody knows, but let's just say there's 150,000 people on there. We didn't get 10,000. You know, like there wasn't no crazy jump. But those 1,100, 1,200 people, those motherfuckers are here right now.
They've remained.
They fuck with us because that's the fan base that he's cultivated. You know.
Yeah.
Reluctantly, some of them too.
Rory and Maul could have completely squandered that shit. And I think in the interview he was talking about how nigga, there was no plans for them to even do a show. So it's like they were scrambling to build this thing.
And you could tell.
And you could tell.
Yeah.
And so they had to scramble to build this thing because they could have just said, fuck the nigga and just never let it go. But they continued it. They kept that base that they got. And now they're growing 2 years later. And they're still doing great business.
Yeah, yeah. They should have been as shitty as Joe. They should have been like planning to leave. You know what I mean? I wonder why they didn't think that.
No, they weren't planning to leave.
But
exactly. They were planning forever.
But they had a feeling. Both of them they had that feeling in their gut. Where it was like, I don't know.
No, he didn't say that.
I don't know if
He
we can
said
last.
everything that we saw was
real time.
a 24-hour thing.
Yeah, that's all in real time.
He said it literally one day changed damn near everything.
Yeah, that's what he said in the interview. Everybody was on we're riding this till the wheels fall off. We're taking this till death do us part type of shit.
Yeah.
So, and that's the same thing he said that they're looking at it with the Rory and Mal thing. He was like,
the sickness and health.
yeah, the Rory and Mal thing will end if somebody decides to live overseas now.
Literally.
Because your family is, it's like, it's going to be a real life issue that separates that business.
Yeah.
Like
So-
Sweden has to have a better public school education
Then wherever they're
to
at.
split this up.
Literally.
Yeah. So yeah, let's watch this shit.
Yeah, we was.
Listen to this nigga.
I'll see you guys later, man.
So, but everybody else, that wasn't the relationship. Motherfuckers are trying to make it seem like that.
Can you go ahead and actually play what Chiggs was saying? Because Chiggs is going to give us the background with Champ.
From the beginning?
Yeah.
Shout out Chick Smooth. We ain't talking
Matter of
about
fact,
Big Brother in a
show
minute.
this because Chiggs got a new intro. So make sure put this on the screen so that they can
really
see.
like it. I like his old one better. It just rang.
Yeah.
It just rang smoother. I'm not gonna lie.
I like the.
You don't like new, man.
I like the way.
not what
I
it
like
is.
the. I like the sound bites in the beginning. I like
Play
it.
it.
I like
Play
it.
it.
Yeah,
Let's
I
see.
like it.
Let's see.
YouTube, Chicks.
Shit gets my attention. nigga.
Get ready. You know what to do, Chicks.
Listen, Chick Smooth. Hey, Chick Smooth. Appreciate all the coverage that you've been doing. I've been watching your shit for a while. I just subscribed to your shit too, bro.
Oh man, boy, is this
Cut AD
podcasting
off.
thing getting trickier and trickier by the day. Who knew that the hardest part about doing a successful podcast is not about the content or the guests that you have. It's actually keeping everybody together on the same page. Looks like 𝙼𝙾𝚂𝚃 has lost another co-host, Champ. Looks like he is no longer on the 𝙼𝙾𝚃 MEO podcast. Fans started noticing about 3 weeks ago, yo, where's Champ? He hasn't been on any recent episodes lately. Not only that, but he's now putting up messages on Instagram claiming that 𝙼𝙾𝚃 blocked him on Instagram. 𝙼𝙾𝚃 hopped on Instagram today to similarly address the rumors about Champ leaving. And looks like 𝙼 is exhausted from all the bullshit that comes with doing a podcast. So much so that he actually considered just not doing the podcast anymore or letting Mecca take over the podcast. Managing different personalities on your podcast can be very, very challenging. You gotta make sure everybody's happy, everybody's getting paid. It's definitely tougher than it looks. For 𝙼, I believe this is now the 4th or 5th co-host that's left the podcast since it started. It makes it very, very tough to be able to build chemistry with your co-host. Here's 𝙼 speaking on it. Tell me what you guys think about this, man. Push comments below. Subscribe to my channel, like this video. I'll see you guys later, man.
So, but everybody else, that wasn't the relationship. Motherfuckers are trying to make it seem like that and try to make it seem like it's bigger than, we did this, we was doing that, we was doing it, but it wasn't that. It wasn't that. It wasn't nobody besides Misfit and maybe Knowledge and Gat. Nobody else in that shop. Heineken in a way, but not like no friendship shit. But like that I've
Nigga was
known
just
for like
around.
over a decade. You know what I'm saying? It's not that. So like you kind of meet people's representatives, and after a while the representative layer gets
pause real
peeled
quick.
back and you get to see who
He's learning human
When
nature.
he said that,
I know exactly.
you meet people's representatives, that shit, nigga, I was hot. Cause I'm like, that's the shit bitches say. Like, oh, I met his representative, then I really figured out who he was a year into dating the nigga. I'm like, what? Like,
what happened was-
that representative talk? I couldn't believe he pulled that card out. That shit
It's a vaginal word,
it's a very.
but it's a real concept.
It's a real concept.
But
Niggas be fake.
when I heard that, I was like, man, it sounds like you undervalued him. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
the nigga was just around for years and you thought he was just going to be a side character you didn't even have to worry about. But he had higher hopes.
Yeah.
You get what I mean? He wanted to actually be paid. Didn't want to be on the side, on the steps. He wanted to actually be in the chair.
That's another thing. Nigga, we're like four niggas displaced from this podcast. What is happening? What's the conversation when you join my expert opinion.
Yo, B, what you doing?
Like, you know what I mean? Do you just right? Do you just keep showing up every week and never have the conversation? That's almost how it feels.
No paperwork.
No paperwork.
It's just yo B.
Maybe I don't
What's
know.
the Addy?
Shit, maybe these niggas, like you said, maybe they just like didn't find room for growth type shit.
Bro, what? Mav.
He didn't let niggas blossom.
That's what it sounds like you saying.
It's two different plans. You get what I mean? Like, what's the dude's name? What's
Champ.
Champ, the most recent one is Champ.
He probably got there first time because he was there for a couple of years.
Mm-hmm.
He was there the longest. Like him, he's been there the whole time.
He's the most tenured.
And the dude with the dreads has been there the whole time.
So
too,
let's
right?
just say this:
like those are the top
more than
two.
5 years, and at the 5th year, you're just starting to question and like you're just starting to question the idea of getting paid, and math is getting
crazy.
mad. You get what I mean?
Well,
Yeah, that's crazy.
also,
it's like-
the falling out of the other co-hosts too, like hearing how those things go and what they are saying to the people who are still on there now. Like
It's about money, but it's also about a little bit of respect, but kind of just
Respect is
about
definitely there.
But kind of just about money too.
Well, the lack of respect is definitely there, apparent.
And the lack of respect is definitely
Yeah,
there. And you
yeah.
think that goes for how he feels about his own camera performance? Because when you undeniable to a show, it's kind of
Haven't even
hard to
gotten to
deny
that yet.
your value. Like if he was really the next best guy on that podcast, it's kind of hard to justify not paying the nigga for it.
Well, this is the thing. It's how many people were there? Like,
Bro, I was about to
six,
say this.
seven?
It's hard,
That's a
bro.
lot
When it's
of-
15 niggas, bro,
That's a lot.
It's hard to pay niggas, and
That was
eventually,
his first mistake.
but eventually, you have so many niggas that nobody can be paid. But
yeah.
the cameraman or like people with exclusive jobs,
Yes.
because it's like. It's almost like he set that up. It's like, bro, if I pay you, I'm gonna have to pay 15 other niggas. What I'm gonna do? Like,
Yeah,
so he
that sounds
invites
like some
80
shit I would
niggas in the
say to
studio.
a nigga. That
You know
sounds
what I
like a
mean?
shit you would say to
Like,
a nigga. Yeah.
is he a Harlem nigga?
That sounds like
Where's he
mad
from?
powerful.
Brooklyn. Brooklyn. Crown Heights.
Anybody from New York, please let us know about the myths of like Brooklyn and Brooklyn niggas.
When I
'Cause
watch
typically
when I
Harlem
watch
is-
Star, anytime Brooklyn comes up, he
Brooklyn
said
niggas.
conniving cutthroat niggas over there. Every time.
But-
like consistently. So
but you could tell.
But he always says Math is a good dude. He does say that all the time too.
But it's one of those things, and you would think a nigga like this would know you got to feed the wolves. You know what I mean? You can't let the
If you stop feeding the wolves might look at your plate.
nigga. And he got in the fucking bag.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm gonna eat this wolf.
So I don't know. It's so many things that could be going on. If money is the issue, it shouldn't be the issue based on the views that I see. But then if those views aren't 100% the best, I don't know what the quality of the vote. I don't know what the quality of those views are.
And it's a risky game because once you play that game and the curtains start to get pulled,
You have to
now
keep
you
it up.
risk losing advertisers, potential advertisers. You risk losing a lot of things when the
Yeah.
game starts to show itself.
Potential
cards-
advertisers, nigga. That's a scary losing.
Nigga.
The idea of losing what you might not even get.
Potential gross income.
Shit,
Yeah.
you might
Yeah.
lose your passion for what you're doing because we haven't
And-
gotten to that point yet. But
He
it
said
kind of
this, yeah.
seemed like he was like, "Man, I'm ready to call it quits with this
He
shit."
was
for
That's
real."
another thing.
It felt like this is more stress than it's worth.
And all I'm saying is 2 weeks in a row, that podcast that might fail in 2024 video is hitting different right now.
That's a fact.
It will be linked in the comments.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's
with a crystal ball.
because it's hitting 2 weeks in a row. It's hitting on something different right now.
Nigga, you want me to pay you? I'm paying for views. Like, that's
Yeah.
what Mav thinking. What are you talking about, nigga?
Right, yeah, dog.
What money?
Exactly,
I'm
bro.
paying for us to be seen. And
Yes.
which is another thing, they're probably looking at the views like, yo, like I'm giving you all this exposure, all these moments. You know how
Especially
New
don't
York
fuck around and
I
have
can
a-
act like a New York nigga, probably.
Oh yeah, and don't fuck around and have another content creator friend, and I show you mine, and then it's real.
Yeah.
Way less views, but then you look at that, you're like, what the fuck? Hold up.
Yeah. Facts. Facts.
Hold up. He should
Yeah,
have
man.
way more
We
money
should- based on what our numbers are doing, we
Yeah,
should be.
bro.
Yeah.
off the
then-
realness of it.
Yeah. That's deep.
You know, so
Authenticity. But it's not a lot of it.
That's when you got to look back at the title of the podcast and realize this is his expert opinion and mine is kind of just like dead.
but overall, on camera performance, man, it's damn near impossible to cultivate something with 15 nigga. I don't even know what type of you're definitely gonna need to like have the same crew
Nigga,
there for a while, and it's still gonna be
Right.
a while before y'all
Yeah.
really can Because there's no real way to mesh.
Nah.
Adding one nigga, thank God F Mac a cool ass nigga. He's just a friendly addition to the team. But if he wasn't, it'd just be like we in here. It's like we all just kind of thinking like, okay, F Mac's here. Like, I'm trying to make these jokes, but it's like I don't really like the nigga like that. Like I don't know how to feel about him, but he's cool though.
At least he fits perfectly.
But that's one nigga.
Exactly. He didn't come with 3 more niggas.
But he also came off of a good referral.
He also came off a referral.
It's because the nigga knows that as well. It's like there's a million niggas we all have who would love to be a part of what we have going on.
That's true.
But there's there's only a few niggas you would ever invite.
That's also why I questioned him at first, because he was never introduced. It was just a new guy here. And I was like you a fucking Russian operative nigga. Like, what is happening?
The first day, bro. Like, F Mac is here. Tone and Jay Knows are over there sitting, waiting for their show to start. And Tone is just looking this nigga up and down. He said, "Yeah, so who are you? Who the fuck is this nigga?
Ain't nobody touching all Lauren's buttons.
He clearly got free reign in here. And I don't know this nigga's first name.
And then Tone was shaking him down with the questions, and then Noblez heard him. Noblez heard him in the background and was like, "Damn, nigga, you want to buy him a drink first?"
Because it was the most like crazy questions. Like, nigga, why are you asking this?
It wasn't that crazy. It wasn't that crazy. Yeah,
don't even know his favorite. He don't even know his favorite color
first. I was trying to understand what was happening.
Nigga said, "Who are you? Who's your mother's father?" Like, god damn.
Oh my god.
He said, "What is your goal in this podcast?"
What's your goal with life? Like,
nigga asked you, "What's your goal with us?" Like, what type of interview ass shit is
God,
like? You plan on getting paid?
That shit was amazing.
And ask all the hard hitting questions.
Right. Oh my god. Okay. Well, yeah. I mean, Math, get it the fuck together. I don't know what's going on over there, but get it together, bruh. And I mean, maybe you don't need to manage the podcast. You could continue to be the A mic, and maybe you just need somebody to manage the actual show in terms of the personalities, the contracts, the scheduling. It sounds like you're doing all of it, and it's too much for you.
But he wants to keep the money, and he got rid of 5 good people that could have done that job.
So I think the biggest thing is you need to find somebody who's interested in managing and organizing it for you. You know, you need the hand of the king.
And if you're watching,
you need your right hand man in this business.
If you're watching this, like, to be a good leader, you got to know how to delegate problems.
That's a fact.
Because no one man can fix all problems.
A lot of leadership is about delegating.
Nigga,
it's about knowing your weaknesses.
It's about delegating the right people.
The right people, But you have to know enough of each of what's going to happen to know who the right people.
You have to know what you don't know and find a person to fill that role.
Yeah.
I hate you. Exactly.
So I hope you figure it out. I hope you figure it out in 2024. But honestly, if y'all stop doing it in 2024, it won't surprise me at all. And I don't think I'd give a fuck. I don't think I'd care either, just because I'm so frustrated a little bit. You know what I'm saying? With everything that's going on, I don't care. But
he's through with this.
I want it to work for you because battle rap niggas don't have plan Bs like that.
Yeah.
Nick Cannon gave battle rap niggas the best plan Bs that we've seen in the last 15, 20 years with Wildin' Out, bruh.
It's not that easy.
It's not that easy,
Did you just tell a nigga to go make a hit show?
No, I'm saying the fact.
Conceited.
I'm saying the fact
fact
that he was able to transition out of battle rap into something successful. We don't have time to waste because Nick Cannon is the only one that's been consistently helping these niggas go from there to there, and they all can't even. They're not even commercial low. No. They're like all of them won't even survive on Wild 'N Out because they're not sellable, you know?
Yeah, but he'll at least give them a great t-shirt.
But at least Nick Cannon is given the most opportunities post battle rap for some of these dudes.
And it's almost like if you're not taking this serious, nigga, I pray you're not pimping or selling drugs. Because you know what I mean? Like, what are you really doing to get your main income, nigga?
That might be the problem. They might be taking that shit too serious. Literally. Not enough focus over it.
He's force feeding us these fucking records at the beginning of every goddamn clip, and I hate them, bro.
Yeah.
I hate them.
Yeah.
You hate the records or you hate how he's trying to force feed?
You don't like how he does it.
I hate both.
That's the problem.
Yeah,
if I liked one of them, and that only one I would like would be the record. If it happened to be a good record, then maybe I wouldn't care as much.
They don't even be they don't even be following marketing rules, bro.
Like
these
snippets.
These shits don't be 15 seconds, 30 seconds. The nigga give us a minute and a half. I'm like, when is the fucking interview gonna start?
Almost
bro?
And then he
full
cuts off in the verse that you actually start listening to.
Yeah, it's just like, nigga.
It's also like you could have gave me those fucking 8 bars, nigga, and I'd been fine.
Start with that. Yeah.
I was about to say, Math, please call Lauren for a hook. We recently found out this nigga's the hook king.
This shit is bad. Would you like to
you wasn't even here, bro. We're going to tell you later.
I already know, though.
Oh, he told you?
Nigga,
No, he already knows he's the hood
I know.
kid.
Of course. I know.
Nigga,
He was in here. Nigga, I was in the field with him.
Real quick. This is gonna add to the lore. Nigga, after we finished recording yesterday, we're in the stew. Nigga Tony is egging Lauren on like, yo, I bet you can't do a hook right now. Nigga Lauren like, man,
that is the
make
crazy,
a beat, make a beat right now. This
And we
nigga
gave him the worst beat. Like, it was trash.
I'm like,
And I'm over here like, I'm doing some stupid shit. I'm like, let's set him up for failure.
this nigga Lauren spits the best hook
shit.
Off the top.
Oh, and we told him to make it about the school speed limit sign. He was like,
Easy.
that's your thing. He was
Easy.
like, they're 35 going too slow. This little music machine.
I was like, nigga.
Yo, it's so, I wish I saw it because that
Bro.
sounds so crazy that you were like, I bet you can't write a hook.
My nigga.
Bro,
It's like some movie shit, right?
Yeah, that's some movie
Like,
shit.
Dave's
Like,
better, nigga.
And at first they was just doing, I'm like, what the fuck are they doing? Because at first he was trying to do the beat. And I was like, God damn, he needs some help. God damn.
No, that's not what happened. He saw us having fun and he went and joined in.
Nah, because I was honestly curious. I was like, ain't no way he's about to do this.
yeah.
Nigga Lauren is
Lauren
talented.
fucked that shit up. I can't even hold him. He went
Yeah.
crazy.
I told him niggas like, don't play with me. I could do this.
Nah, Lauren,
Yeah.
I didn't believe in you.
That's you literally said he couldn't do one of his secret weapons.
Yeah, that's like
one of his strengths.
that's like my thing.
Because we gave him shit.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
gave
He
him a
turned it to
a
gold.
terrible beat.
Yeah.
Nah, man. Shout out to the white man.
Yeah, nah. White man got rhythm,
Goodness gracious, but nah.
cadence, melody, harmony.
But nah, speaking back on math, man, please do better, nigga. And you know,
Yeah.
the rest of these fraudulent individuals, we gonna find you and we gonna expose you.
Yeah, I have no problem. I have no problem doing that. But
That might have to be our mission.
yeah.
What's your social blade, nigga?
Yeah. Social Blade got too many gaps and too many negatives.
Yo,
nigga.
the social blade is a diamond tester. Like we're really checking, like, nigga, if your
Nah, there's some other tools that is real diamond testing.
Yeah, because I didn't really go in. I really don't. I did. What I saw on the Social Blade,
it's the base level
it had me so discouraged to keep looking for more.
from other.
Because I like math. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I'm like, I know there's a free trial I can sign up for and I could really get in
And I
this
can-
nigga's
yeah,
shit.
yeah.
But you can't handle the truth.
I couldn't. I genuinely couldn't
not
handle
for
the
you.
truth. I saw enough to make me lose to really get to me.
Almost
you know?
give up.
Shatter your psyche.
I'm just like, what the fuck?
Meanwhile, I was on the other side, like, man, I might pay for the subscription again just so I could spy on these niggas.
Yeah, man, that's hard. It's
Just
hard.
keep tabs. You got to keep tabs.
It's like a little peeping Tom.
Yeah, it's
But nah,
hard,
that's
man.
exactly how I felt with the whole Will and Jada shit. I was like, I'm losing hope. You know what I mean? You see something that just
we thought this was perfect. This all
like
the
we
time.
thought this was wonderful.
Yeah.
Butterflies and dandelions.
And
But let's move
smart
over
kids.
to this. We're gonna keep it on math. This is more positive though. Math Hoffa did a interview with Dame Dash, and this is a 2-part thing. This is about Dame Dash, and my question is, why won't y'all leave Dame Dash alone? Dame Dash really be minding his business, and Steve Stoute was on Club 𝔓𝔦𝔑 as well.
Yes.
And in this Steve Stoute Club 𝔓𝔑, it wasn't in the library or whatever that wherever they normally be at.
A
They
couple
was like,
different locations, right?
yeah, they was
Wonderfully
riding
shot.
around.
It was a movie.
Yeah, it
Nigga,
really was.
I was watching. I was like, "Yo, this is like good."
It was well
It's
done.
very
Yeah.
cinematic. First,
On the block first.
because the first scene it was them in the chair, but it wasn't his studio.
Yeah.
And then
it
Steve
went
was
to the
like,
block.
"You want to see my home?"
Yeah, they
peruse.
did the whole drive-through. Then they hopped out on the block. It really was a movie.
And then
It was
in
black
the car,
excellence.
it was a movie. I know Shannon was having so much fun because the nigga was just
But
like,
there was that little point that went viral where it looked like he was terrified when they was in the project.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like when the nigga walked up, he was like,
"Yeah,
you know, like the nigga looked terrified. Of what was
nigga, he
happening.
got like 3 hip replacements. He can't run that fast no more.
Right,
So
right.
if danger comes, he's
He has to choke a nigga out.
Yeah. So that was good, but I just didn't like that. I really didn't like that he was just like going in on Dame. I don't understand why niggas don't leave Dame alone because like I'm gonna be real.
You don't know him, bro.
I don't know Dame.
I feel like Dame is he's almost like similar to Joe Budden, possibly. For sure.
Untouchable? What you mean?
Just in terms of like
Riling these niggas
attitude
up.
and just kind of being not the best to be around sometimes. You feel me?
I think a part of
Oh
it
yeah,
is,
for sure.
I
for
think
sure.
it's partially that like when you look at the Steve Stoute and the Dame Dash, they're not the same guy, but it's like black
No,
CEOs
Joe Budden and Dame Dash?
No, I'm talking about Steve Stoute.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm comparing them two because I think Dame gets a cultural coolness and significance for being that CEO dude.
Yeah,
The Steve
that'll never
Stoute
go away.
obviously would like for young
Steve
black
Stoute
youth to look
is a
into
legend.
him. But
He's the one
a
that-
legend, but it's
yeah.
like we got hype and motivated by Dame Dash on the Breakfast Club.
Okay, true.
Steve Stoute didn't do that for the culture significant.
I understand.
And
exactly
I think
what
he
you're
kind of,
saying.
I think he looks at a nigga that's like, this nigga's business acumen sucks. He does terrible business, but everybody praises him in that light.
And
Gotcha.
it's
Okay.
So
I
it's
can
like,
see
of course
that.
you're gonna keep picking at
I can
this
see
nigga.
people being jealous of just how he's received.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or people, because it sounded like when he was explaining it, like he's almost tired of Dame telling his side of the story where like it kind of just happened. Like, no, like nigga, you was a tirade for years.
Yeah.
And people told you, you probably should have noticed, but you didn't change. You know what I mean? Like you
but
kind of.
I feel like Dame has taken accountability for it. I honestly feel like
Has he?
Almost like how
For
Joe
sure.
Budden takes accountability and shit. Like he takes
Nah,
accountability,
I don't know.
but then he just
It's a little
kind of
different.
he does it again, but in a better way.
I don't know. Dame Dash, I think what it is, I think he takes full responsibility. I genuinely believe when I've watched, I've seen so many of his interviews, it feels like he's taking full accountability, but he's so confident that if you don't like him, you're not going to like how he's taking the accountability.
Right,
Yeah.
You know, but it feels 100% like, yeah, nigga, I was the problem. I 100% was the problem. But I also got fucked over, you know, because there were parts of this. Nobody wants to hear that part, though.
Yeah.
You know, he still has that whole thing where Jay-Z's the loved. Like,
Yes.
still to this day.
100%.
So if Jay-Z ain't fucking with you, it's like
Nobody
we're
is.
gonna ignore the part where you might have done Dame dirty, even though Dame did his fair share.
If
It
Jay-Z,
was
We look at it like he deserved it because he was belligerent.
right,
Yeah.
exactly, yeah.
And he flew too close to the sun.
he was
And
being
it
a
also
nigga.
feels like, in the last 5 years, when Dame goes out on a tirade, like clapping back at niggas, it's never him speaking on niggas first.
No, people speak on him.
It's always
speak on
him. And it's like, this is a Club Shay interview. The fact that we're even having this elongated moment, I don't know, bruh. Dame really feels like he just doesn't bother people. He
don't.
At this point,
I mean, it just,
but
it doesn't,
he's paying for his crimes over and over
still,
again.
it just
That's
seems
what it is.
ridiculous that he's still paying for it.
And that's what I mean. That feeling that he's feeling now, that's how people felt back then when they had to be in a fucking office with him. You know what I mean? And it's like he's crying about it now, but that's how everybody felt about him.
Potentially.
But to what you said, if Jay-Z don't like you, bro, nobody likes you.
Yeah.
XXL don't like you because fucking Rock Nation, the CEO of that
Yeah.
company, she like owns that shit. But yeah,
Yeah, let's watch this, but
Shout
then
out Steve.
we'll read his caption later. But let's just watch what Steve had to say. Oh wait, this is a video. Yeah, we'll hear what Steve got to say about Dame. This is just one moment because he was going the fuck in. He was going in like they just had problems, but based on his
Right.
caption, they might have just had problems. Actually,
That's another thing that we kind of forgot. Dame Dash did smack the shit out of this nigga.
Yeah, we're gonna get to it after this. We're gonna read the caption.
Yeah.
But go ahead, yeah, let's play this.
The people around him wanted to meet with other people.
Right.
People were becoming less beholden to him, but he was unaware of it. Then he would while he was building businesses, which
The disrespect.
partly he would go off all around the world with cameras and girls and all kinds of crazy shit, and then come back flipping out on everybody as if,
They were wrong.
yeah, or like, why'd you guys do all this shit without me? Like, bro, you didn't build a business that was so operationally tight that you could just go away and come back and shit and be the same and all that shit. It wasn't even like that.
That sounds
Jay
like
grew
young
up.
Dame.
Jay wanted more. I think Jay seen Dame's ceiling. I think that's really what it was. Jay seen Dame's ceiling.
You can't fault a man for wanting to get better.
Yeah, he wanted more, and everybody wanted more. Dame just had a very particular way of approaching it. He's far from stupid.
Right.
Very, very smart.
Right.
Very talented. Ego through the roof. So there was no working with him.
Right.
No one wanted to work with him. There was no work.
Yeah, well,
as much talent as he has, nobody wanted to work with him. Jimmy Iovine had this line, when the shit gets bigger than the cat, you got to get rid of the cat.
Right.
The people around
Shannon.
and Jimmy
Enjoy that
Iovine, he was a part of that deal obviously.
Yeah.
So that's ironic too. But Dame Dash, he just pissed the wrong people off.
Like these niggas are still, they haven't healed from what Dame did to them.
That's what I'm saying. They're talking about like it was a legendary level of ego. Like, but
this happened 5 years ago. Still.
Yeah, this is legendary shit must have been going
crazy.
on.
Granted, he was asked. He was asked this question.
He is. I don't understand why he even included that. But you know what? Maybe we can make this another segment. Isn't it just crazy how like Shannon Sharpe, ever since the Cat Williams thing, it's like he's been chosen to go through and all these interviews we got at the Breakfast Club already, right?
Absolutely.
But like now he's the person that gets to go back. He's the chosen one right now.
Mm-hmm.
So he's able to go through every legendary interview we ever saw. It would not surprise me if we see him with Jay-Z by the end of the year, is what I'm saying.
He's the only person who's respected to hear both sides on the same platform over and over.
It's like everybody's getting thrown at him, you know?
Mm-hmm.
All the big people are getting thrown at him. Everybody's making the round. He's going to be able to just go on tour real quick and hit all the biggest interviews in the world.
Yeah, Shannon, what he's done to this podcast is just unbelievable. Shout out to
It's kind of crazy in 3 years. Yeah.
Shout out to him.
What he's done with the club @𝔓𝔦𝔑. But go back to that.
That's Steve Stoute?
That Instagram.
Yeah, read the caption.
Yeah, we had to read that caption because that was on Dame's Instagram page, and the caption is where all the action's at. Yeah. Okay, this is the reason I smacked the shit out of Steve Stoute a couple years ago, and he tagged that nigga because he always speaking on other men's business. Good thing I've evolved. Stay tuned at Club @𝔓𝔦𝔑.
Oh, stay
Culture
tuned.
Vulture.
Please
Hashtag
do it. Please
stay
go,
tuned.
Dame.
And you know that's one call. That's just one call away.
Shannon's team is probably already preparing this.
He's getting up on He's getting up on Shannon Sharpe. Pause.
What?
Like he's getting in that nigga's ass. Pause.
Okay.
Like,
You mean
no,
it.
but no pause
Because you
though.
mean it now.
No
two
pause.
balls in a row.
Double
He's
down,
getting it.
yes.
Just say no Vaseline.
I don't think Dame's gonna go to Club @𝔓𝔦𝔑. Dame's gonna talk so crazy to Shannon Sharpe.
He not gonna put it up.
I don't think so, bro. He gonna check that nigga. What the fuck are you bringing
Dame
my name
is
up
evolved.
for? No, but Dame is evolved, but Dame is still a man. You brought my name up unsolicited to a nigga that I don't fuck with, so he could drag me for your views.
You talking about him pressing Shannon?
I'm talking about Dame pressing Shannon.
That does sound like Dame.
Well, how did Shannon ask the question? Was it in that manner?
Well, but the thing with Shannon being the one is he gets to ask all the questions,
right?
That we already know the answer to. So he gets to interview these people like we've never had a Steve Stoute interview. He gets to interview Jay, like he's gonna interview everybody like we've never. He's gonna be able to ask the easy softball ass questions that have already been answered on Hot 97, The Breakfast Club.
But he's had questions that are good questions too, though.
He has,
and there's a lot more hindsight on some of these storylines.
Yeah, true. But that's how it's gonna come up.
Because this was definitely my first Steve Stoute interview I ever watched.
Yeah, I was like, wasn't aware that there was.
I've seen a couple Steve Stoute.
But were they legendary? Was he doing groundbreaking information? Like I feel like, I feel like this. Unbeknownst to me, this is the first time I've heard him speak about the Dame and Jay situation.
No, I mean I've seen him at Joe Budden, but I've watched Steve Stoute. I've pretty much seen all the CEOs and music and media. I've watched all their interviews essentially. Yeah, and anybody who's a boss, I've watched their interviews. So it's like that's something that's something I'm seeking out though. You know, if you were watching the Breakfast Club in their golden era, that might be one you skip because you're just like I don't know exactly what you do, but when you know his resume, you're like,
you know why you should try.
You know why you should because Steve Stoute's that nigga. But you know, I can see why you would skip it too.
Yeah,
so
definitely. He's not trying to make me quit my job.
That's why I smacked the shit out of you.
Yeah, I want to know when he smacked him though, because that's the only thing that we haven't been able to confirm.
I've smacked the shit out of probably one person.
You have,
but I still don't. I don't hate him anymore. You know what I mean? I wish.
Smacked him.
Well, yeah, I got it off.
But did you ever hate that nigga?
Nah, he just was.
That's not hate.
He was just stupid.
You had to teach him a lesson.
Yeah.
Little young nigga.
But
open hand is so disrespectful.
It is.
It's disrespectful, but it's not like it's
Nah, it's disrespectful. It's nothing else.
It's kind of like a pat on the wrist to where it's like I don't necessarily want to beat your ass,
Slap
but
on
it's
the
like
wrist,
just I'm gonna smack you in the face.
Yeah, but
no, it's not that.
It's the worst that could happen.
Most of the time,
it is.
Niggas
It's worse than
just
getting
get
punched.
smacked.
Yeah.
Most of the time, niggas just get smacked, and it's not a fight.
Nah,
that's what makes it the worst.
That's why it's the worst.
No.
If you get smacked,
like when you smacked the nigga, there was no fight. He just sat there and was like,
that's why.
It was a little. Nah, it was definitely a tussle after it. But I wasn't planning on fighting him. I was planning on smacking the shit out of him.
But you smacked him,
which is the purpose.
But
But
you smacked him and he fought back, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Because he cannot do anything outside. You can get punched and almost walk away and feel better. But you get smacked, you cannot walk away.
But I also didn't smack him.
Because a smack doesn't put you out.
Right.
You can still fight after a smack.
Yeah, I want you awake.
Yeah. I actually just woke you up.
Yeah.
I gave you a boost of serotonin, nigga.
Sometimes, every so often, you'll see like a bouncer smack somebody and knock him out, and knock him out cold. Though I do like those where it's like. It's scary because it's like I open-handed you and you're sleeping now. Imagine if I was actually trying to hurt you.
Yeah.
But those are the ones with restraint. Like you seen that one video of the baby security guard? He punched that nigga in the face.
Yeah.
Like he could have easily just smacked the shit out of him. He could have flicked that nigga real good.
Yeah,
and would have did what he had to do.
He punched the shit out of him like it was really an issue.
For no reason.
Was fucked up.
Yeah, that shit was crazy.
I wonder if he ever got sued for that.
Maybe.
But he's not even. That was when he was with that dude Jack Doe.
Yeah.
He wasn't even with the baby.
He wasn't even with the baby.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
But shit, him
and
and
he
the
probably
baby.
got fired for these reasons.
Nigga, I would have made a David
Him and the
Lucas
baby
joke.
had beat up so many people in that 1 or 2 year run that they went on. It's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so yeah, Dame said he smacked the shit out that nigga, and Dame also did a interview with Mav Hoffa. It was pretty decent. It was pretty good actually. I enjoyed it.
Dame Dash in a barber chair, yeah.
No, it wasn't. It was at the American News Studio.
Oh, was it new?
Yeah.
It had to have been at his.
Yeah, because Dame has already come to my expert opinion, so it was just.
So it only made sense.
It was a trade. It was a favor for a favor. Yeah, even though Mav was interviewing him, he was doing it on his platform. But yeah, man, it is interesting that like they just keep bringing him up just because I mean, Dame. And the crazy thing is, as crazy as they say his ego and how crazy his was, nobody's ever called Dame stupid. And like in terms when they're like reciting the moments.
And even when he was trying to talk about Dame, he was trying to find the words because he'd hate him. He still don't like him.
Yeah.
But he's far from.
Yeah.
Might have to bleep that maybe, but he's far from stupid. For sure.
I don't think so because they didn't get us last time.
The Tard is good.
Mark it though. Mark it though because now it's 2 of them.
Yeah.
Not the. I didn't. No. The Tard. Tard is poop. But overall, I didn't watch the. But the English poop. But I didn't watch the.
Making shit up like
the Tard. The Tard. But I didn't watch the.
Nobody's ever said that.
Yeah, I've been making shit up all day. What's the first one?
Somebody's heard of that. Somebody's heard of that.
UK listeners, let us know what y'all call.
You heard that in your subconscious, nigga. That's where you heard that shit.
Whoa, you sound so smart.
Lord, that's a good one.
You turned into a scientist.
That was good.
That's where you heard that shit, nigga.
I was almost about to get on him. I was almost about to get on him. Like, what the fuck are you saying?
You sound smart, nigga. Slow down.
That was a really good recall right there. Was that Patreon or was that during the show?
Ah, fuck, it was
That was
Patreon.
Patreon.
It was Patreon.
You're not gonna get the
It wasn't that funny because you got to pay for it. Fuck you, nigga. Yeah, you got to pay for that joke.
Literally,
that shit come with extra shit.
It's not even funny now. You heard it out of context.
Oh my god.
I won.
Shit.
Let's see. Yo, you know what's crazy? Hold on. I was going through so much emotionally this week just thinking about how these niggas think about how these niggas are just fucking liars out here.
Yeah.
Your tail between your toes.
With the podcast game that I don't even have that many topics this week for real because I was just so
we just here talking anyway.
I was just so frustrated. Like
it was a sad, gloomy.
I understand the game. But I don't like how now that I've understand the game even more. I don't like even more niggas now.
Because you know about it beforehand, but when you see it and you get confirmation, it's like
I respect the pimping
damn.
I respect the pimping though.
I don't know.
I respect the pimping part.
I respect that people try to pimp, but there's different strategies, and some
There's
are
a
better
certain
than
level
others.
of if I know I'm running a finesse, especially on a corporation, I'm not going to talk a certain way.
Yeah,
because I want to
continue running my finesse.
I want to keep continuing running my finesse in silence.
Yeah, like
it's
the
same way. Yeah, you know,
finesse humbly. That's what niggas need. Niggas need to know how to do that.
And never take more than what you need.
Yeah,
never take more than what you need.
Communist country.
Every now and then you can reach for more and just see.
That's how see.
Every now and then you can reach for more and see.
Felony, bad criminal.
Well, in terms of most of the
like niggas get too greedy.
You can't get too greedy.
The pot keeps getting bigger, and you take more risks when it's not even necessary.
Mm-hmm.
And
you can coast.
That's how you make a bad trade.
And I really don't believe that
incrementally.
I don't think there's a. I think
that's your Jamaican ambition. It's gonna land you in Jamaican prison.
Yeah.
And I really don't think that there's any flag right now on fake plays.
No, but I
think it's wide open right now.
If it isn't one, if it's not one with music, like actual artists,
it isn't.
It's not going to be one until it happens with music, though. Because that's the prerequisite. Because everything that's happening with podcasts now, as far as like just hot pocket shit, it's been happening with. It's just been happening with music for years.
Music is
just
a lot of things do run parallel to
all
each other.
audio forms. They try to make it as simple as possible, like one size fit all.
I need to start fucking faking our audio plays.
Nah. I'm good.
No cuts, no chases,
what would be a
no
reasonable fake
PDs.
number for us?
There's no such thing.
What would be a reasonable fake number? Like
There's no such thing.
5,000?
No, based on
That's how it
conversations.
starts, Lauren.
Based on conversations that I've had, when talking to the advertising customers, they say a profitable podcast is doing 30 to 50,000 plays per episode. So that's what a profitable podcast, and that still might be on the lower end. But if weekly you're doing 30 to 50 or 40 to 50,
you met the average. That means your engagements are at a certain point to where they're returning a profit.
You're in the lead. They might be able to guarantee
it's a guarantee
2,500 customers off of your 50,000 plays or 40,000 plays. You know,
You got to beat this total ride.
So that's the number, and
that's the thing when.
That's why I wish I could see some of y'all numbers. Like Sloth, I wonder, like, what if Sloth's numbers say like 150,000 plays per episode? It's like ridiculous.
Break your heart.
Think about even like the Brilliant Idiots, how real those numbers are, right? I remember the Brilliant Idiots would like kind of give us a glimpse on what they would talk about. Man, we do like $250,000 a week per episode, right?
Yeah, they say that, yeah.
But when they started leaning into YouTube more, what do we see their YouTube hit in a day or two? 180 to 200,000.
Yeah.
So
that's just YouTube. There's Spotify, which has its own 100,000 on there.
That's what I'm saying. So, but those numbers make sense. Everything looks. It
looks like
that makes sense.
Yeah.
A nigga
It
got
looks like
150, but I bet you they getting like 30. You know, because an audio listener is more valuable than a YouTube listener. In terms of the buy-in. In terms of
the buy-in of the customer.
Customer connection.
Yes,
Customer
absolutely,
connection.
Absolutely.
YouTube is number 2. Matter of fact, I know to make this segment. YouTube is important. Don't let these niggas down y'all YouTube careers.
Never.
And your YouTube whatever, because YouTube does something that a lot of you people who have been millionaires in the last 10 years don't fucking understand. Number one, it's the best place to get detailed analytics, because even on the audio platform services, there's a certain detail of analytics that I'm able to access, but it's not better than YouTube. The YouTube analytics are fucking detailed, nigga. Like, you can really
They got saliva samples of your audience.
Yeah,
especially for
real.
yourself. Yeah.
Especially for yourself. Like,
oh, yeah. For yourself. Yeah.
Yeah. So you can really get and you knowing where your market is, this is for the podcasters and just creators in general. All of this is just about cultivating your audience. Just like Rory said in the interview, it's podcasts aren't profitable, core fan bases are. Your core fan base, your audience is the most important thing to you no matter what you want to do. MenaceMaterialEnt has not always been podcasting. We've done music, we've done music videos, we've done movies, we've done everything. And we've been blessed enough to bring our core fan base, even if it was just a local area thing, to multiple platforms.
Absolutely.
But YouTube is the realest. When you don't fake it, those are the realest fucking people.
Yeah.
Those are the realest people that subscribe. People will watch your YouTube channel for 6 months before they hit the subscribe button. Because when they hit that subscribe button, that shit means something.
Yeah, it means something.
It means nothing and everything, though.
It means a lot,
exactly.
bro.
It means nothing and everything.
What do you mean it means nothing and everything?
Yeah, what's the nothing part?
I get what you're saying, because especially now.
Because what does it mean if
I know
they've
what
been
you
watching you for 6 months? But also to what you was about to say, like, it really doesn't. It's just a thing.
You don't get paid off that
You
subscribe. Now, back in the day, I would say before shorts became a thing. Before shorts, the TikTok style ones on YouTube,
shorts deteriorated what a subscribe button was.
It devalued the importance or the weight. Like a nigga had 100,000 subscribers before shorts was a thing.
Yeah,
it was huge. His videos went the fuck up.
Because when you post shorts, YouTube doesn't automatically create a shorts subscribe button. Like it doesn't separate.
It doesn't.
It's all just one.
But it does separate. Like your feed. Like if you find us on shorts, you might not even see our full length video. You'll just see the shorts that we upload.
Exactly.
Which is why we stop uploading shorts, because the short.
And you can subscribe from shorts.
Oh no. But I'm saying
oh no, you can subscribe from there.
Oh, so
but I'm saying
it devalued like
I thought you were saying you couldn't. I'll give you.
Oh nah, yeah. But as far as like it's so easy. It's almost
it's
like
too easy.
It's too
easy.
It's water.
Because think about it. Y'all video
Zion.
The Zion baby mama clip.
Yeah.
That's at like 3.5 million views right now.
Yeah.
I think we got like 5,000 almost. I think we got like 5,000 to 7,000 subscribers off that one video.
And
y'all episodes aren't hitting 7,000. Every LOI isn't at 7,000.
Yeah.
Homeroom just started averaging 7,000.
Yeah.
And we don't even have a viral homeroom short.
Granted,
you know what I'm saying?
Where's the balance? Like you think there's a balance to that, or do you kind of just?
I think there's a balance.
Like what's the funneling
in the clip
system?
channels, right?
Because it's
there's a balance to it. So it's the balance right now for us is the shorts are good for exposure. The shorts help us get our channel out of the gutter. So like our channel used to be in the gutter and it wasn't popping up in the recommended feed. Y'all remember when we first like really started catching like YouTube recommendations? Half of our comments for like 3 months where I don't know how you ended up in my algorithm. But
like, where are you guys from?
Yeah, so it's like it took shorts to get us there. But once you start getting emotional on shorts, the weight of the view doesn't cost. It doesn't value the same. So you can do millions and millions and millions of views. Pretty much, let's just say that short that's at like 3.5 million made the same amount of money that the Joe Budden episode that we dropped did, and that video
40K
is only at it's not even at 50K yet.
Yeah, 42.
It's weird.
Yeah,
it's a double-edged sword.
Yeah,
it's a double-edged sword.
It is. It really is.
Because it does make your profile look better.
It makes it look great.
It just looks.
But it just looks. Yeah.
But that matters because you can leverage that into different things.
But the subscriber,
it's a weird
the
situation.
subscriber who comes from the long form content is golden, and that is value.
That's the one
and the subscriber overall is the person who is saying to YouTube, not only am I willing for you to recommend these videos to me on my algorithm because I've clicked them, but I'm subscribing. So I want you to show me when they upload brand new shit.
That's when you hit the bell. That's when you really want them
you hit the
to
bell.
show
But when
you
you
the new
subscribe,
shit.
it's like it's the same.
When you
but
subscribe,
you're right,
you know
though.
you coming
You're right.
back.
You're
But the
right.
bell
When you
is
hit the
like,
bell, it's
nigga,
like-
notify me when this happens.
For our channel, we have about 800 people with their bell notifications on. So I would love more if we could hit that 1K, because like 800 out of 18,000 have their bell notifications on for every video that we drop.
Yeah, 1K would be nice.
Yeah, 1K
I don't
would be
think I
nice.
have the bell notification on for any YouTube channel. So hitting that is like that's
that's some real dedication.
That's the real.
So shout out to them
That's real
700-800 people that we do have for sure.
Yeah. Shout out to the new 200 that we probably do.
But long story short, I mean that's why I stopped uploading shorts, because even though it's great having those views, that's not what's most important for us, because we're specializing in long form content.
Yeah.
So it's like at least our videos are getting more views, and it's like we getting our video views up. I think once our video views start getting 10, 20, 30,000 an episode, that's whatever. Let's let the shorts fly.
Yeah, for sure.
Whatever.
For sure.
At some point, the subscribers might hit 100,000 views, and the videos might only be at 10,000, but it's
It'll
okay
bring enough
because we've worked it to where the videos have a nice baseline now.
And once you get to that baseline, the views work for you already. People want to be a part of something that's already popping. So like compared to the core people who have been here, thank you. Shout out to y'all. The people who come afterwards, they're gonna see a short and be like, oh, these niggas are lit. They got this many views already. They're gonna be invested just off of that.
But that's why it's a slippery slope, right? Because people are gonna love you for the reasons they love you for.
That's
like if people just love you for your shorts,
then that's what it's gonna be.
They love you for your shorts. You're getting paid off of it. If people love you for your long form content, which they should because they watch your shorts, and if the shorts are good enough, they're interested. You feel me? Especially if they watch.
There's a lot of people. There's a lot of people who
it's a double-edged sword
because there's a few podcasts on TikTok to where it's just a TikTok podcast.
No, that shit is
TikTok.
crazy.
You know what
to
I'm
me,
talking
bro.
about?
Nigga, that shit's crazy.
The NPR music niggas. Them niggas that be like, yo, have you heard about that secret theory in the middle of the ocean?
Talking about the dude with the braces?
And then
the Asian guy, right? Or I don't know what race you are.
I know what you're talking about, but he got like curly hair. Yeah, he's straight conspiracy.
There's another podcast where it's this light-skinned dude and this white guy, and they be telling like funny stories, but it's just like I only ever see them in that form.
Yeah.
No, and when you look at some of these people who have like booming fucking TikToks and Instagram for their podcast, nigga, their YouTube, nobody's watching that shit.
It's a TikTok podcast.
Yeah, that
and my
shit
girl
is
be telling me
crazy.
all the time, she's like, you need to start putting stuff on TikTok, but it's like, you know, we take ourselves serious.
Yeah, like we are gonna get there because I want to be able to capitalize on everything, but it's
you have to diversify.
Right now,
you have to diversify, and there's a way to do it that it doesn't hurt the other side. You know what I mean?
Long story short, when we start hitting niggas with 3 to 5 reels a day on some Andrew Tate shit,
that type of shit.
That's not going to be happening on YouTube.
No, it'll be
that's
on
going to
other
be
platforms.
happening on Instagram. That's going to be happening on TikTok. That's going to be happening on the second YouTube channel.
The Clips channel,
the
nigga.
Clips
Like,
channel. Like,
shit, Rumble.
Yeah, it's type shit. Because you want to keep them. You want to. I don't want to cloud that vision over there. Yeah, I want that. I want to keep as much data of the long form content people
On
in
this
one
shit.
place.
Yeah.
So that we know where they at. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. This is slippery slope, man. It's
so much going on.
It's a lot with the business. It's a lot with the business of podcasting.
Yeah, nah, shit gets treacherous.
It's not just a simple
You
game.
niggas is lying to yourselves. You're either accepting lies so you feel better about yourself.
Sick.
You're lying to your audience. And it's just not healthy.
It's
You're
a
probably
mental.
lying to your family too. Then.
How about if you lying to the audience, your mama probably watch you. You lying to your mama.
If you're lying to yourself, then you have some mental issues.
Yeah, man.
And who am I to say? Hey, what Dame Dash said in his Math Alpha interview, he said, how can I tell a nigga who never seen a million not to sign for $1 million?
Literally.
You know,
now, quote Steve Stoute. That's the beef.
Yeah, literally.
That's the beef. That's all it
I can
is.
quote Dame Dash for a day.
You got a boss? You got a daddy.
My son got cookies.
Yeah.
Like, I can say shit.
Bro, this nigga Flex, he said, bro, we started pause. He said, I created that.
He created homophobia. Congratulations, this nigga.
He made it trivial.
Generational.
He made it acceptable for everybody.
Oh my God. Wow.
Dame Dash is a fucking legend, bro. That's why I was starting to feel like, yo, leave this nigga alone, bro. Dame he really don't be bothering niggas, bro.
Anymore.
I can't wait until the moment to where like he hit something big and it's just undeniable.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
that last saving grace to where it's like, fuck you, Steve.
Yeah.
Fuck Jay. Kanye still cool when he not anti-Semitic. But
Right,
but
yeah.
To everybody that shunned him in the industry because, you know,
They don't fuck with that.
it wasn't fucking with
'Cause
Dame
it's literally two sides: Dame Dash versus everybody else. So
Dame
it's like,
Dash versus Jay-Z, which is enough.
which is
It's a losing battle.
It's
It's a losing battle.
He is Beyonce.
Yo, can I show you? Let's get this nigga some clout. I really didn't want to do it, but I had to do it. I'm gonna have to do it. It was so.
You regretting it. What is this?
Who are we about to get
Who-
clout?
yeah, good clout.
Do we have that authority?
Yo, we do.
So they must be smaller than us.
They
which
are,
means you microscopic.
and not only are they smaller than us, they're thirsty. They're thirsty like me. So
What's happening?
They will clip that bitch up. It's
You
gonna
might be
happen.
somebody's daddy now.
No, this is one of Danny's kids.
No.
Oh my God.
Danny.
Don't say his name.
Oh my God.
Don't say his name.
Wait, one of Danny's kids. I know this guy. I know
I know
this
you're
fella.
talking about.
Everybody mic off? I want to know. 3, 2, 1.
Hold on, wait. I can't stand that nigga.
Oh.
Yeah.
I didn't hear it. One more time.
Okay, 3, 2, 1.
Who the fuck is that?
Precisely, nigga. That's why. That's why we should give him clout.
Oh, okay. Nah, just click.
Nah, I don't.
You don't
he's
think so?
so annoying.
He's
so
extremely annoying.
annoying.
He's extremely
bro.
annoying, bro.
He's so annoying.
Yeah.
What you gonna do?
Let's give him clout.
Nah.
Hold on. Let's just talk and let's just.
I cast my vote for no.
Let me
You
tell
cast your
you.
vote for no.
Let
I
me
cast my vote for maybe.
Let me tell you what
for
happened.
this.
Long
He
story
doesn't
short,
vote.
He was on the spaces with a particular person,
Oh, okay.
and when I say that shit was action packed because of how ridiculous he was,
He was just acting ludicrous.
from start to finish, nigga.
Yeah.
Called the nigga out of his name, immediately apologizing. It was a mess, nigga.
I've seen him, bro. I saw him get cooked by somebody else on the spaces.
He always gets cooked. He always gets cooked, bro.
At this point, we have to say his name because we edging the audience. You edging us.
That's what I'm saying. Let's bust him.
Yeah. Pause. Come on now.
Whatever.
That's what you said. Edge.
All right, you bust.
I had to finish. You said Edge. That's what happens.
Make him come.
Whoa,
Yo,
nigga. Whoa.
That's what he just
Jesus
said.
Christ.
The fuck?
No, you took it too far. I was trying to tell a joke. He's trying to get horny.
No, that was crazy.
Yo, should we say his name? Yo,
I don't want to say his name.
You say his name.
I really don't.
Say it slow for him.
I've been fighting with this all week.
You know
too.
what? Niggas chose not to say our name, and there's a few of them still choosing not to. We should choose the same kind of.
We're not the bigger person.
I want
What
to
are you
say
talking
this nigga name.
Fuck it.
No, don't say it.
We'll move on.
Fuck him.
Sorry to the audience. I tried to get him.
What a
Tried to get him
magnificent
for you.
Twitter space. I'm just because I don't think he right in the head for real.
Drop his name in the comments if you think you know what we're talking about.
I really don't think he right in the head because this
No,
is the thing.
he's what Charlemagne be talking about, how the internet, messes with
and this
people's
is the thing,
minds.
like,
Yeah.
because I know how thirsty he is. If he goes in, I know he not right. I can't really violate him the way I want to because I think he a little slow.
He might not get it.
He just the way he be moving. I'm like, the brain ain't. This shit can't be developed the way you moving like this. This can't be real, bro.
It's a losing fight. We're fighting a gay man.
Yeah,
we can't do that.
I can't.
We
do
lose
that,
regardless.
because if we say his name, he's gonna jump out the window.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Guaranteed, no questions asked.
Yeah.
So that's the issue.
Mm-hmm.
You know what it might
if
be?
he was like one of our other regular listeners who'd never mentioned us, it'd be different.
I don't know his history.
See, ever since you said he's crazy, it's making me a little bit. I don't know.
I don't know his history, but it feels like he
You scared now?
stumbled. He got too close to the real thing before he was prepared to be there. So he's like jumping out the window, trying all sorts of things.
Yeah, I don't think
you know what I'm saying.
I don't think he can believe he's in these circles.
I don't think he can believe he's in these circles. That's the thing. Like, I don't think he believes. He don't know how to operate within
Probably
him.
don't,
Like,
but we can't keep talking about him if we're not going to talk about him.
I mean, that's true. That's true.
Yeah, fuck him. All right, that's true. We'll move on to the next thing.
That's what I'm saying. But nah, it's Oh yeah.
Yeah. Drop in the comments what you think we're talking about.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
Put your best guess.
Yeah.
Put your best guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We gave you a few hints.
This has nothing to do with podcasting. Let's just do this before, because I haven't talked about it with anybody. Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
Abysmal.
Yeah, we was talking
We
about
talked
it.
about it in LOL.
This isn't real, right?
It is.
No,
It
and
is
it's
real.
coming to Netflix. This is realer than ever.
I don't know who I'm a vote. I don't know who I'm a bet my money on FanDuel.
Really?
But for sure, I'm making a bet.
Yeah, me too. I'm doing mine
Actually,
I'm doing mine on Prize
I think I
Picks.
get a free. We get a free $200. No, because with FanDuel,
Oh, really?
like they're running like a little ad.
Oh, I got
because they just
can't.
can't.
FanDuel, then, yeah.
FanDuel.
Yeah, I'm about to say, I feel like all these podcasts got promo codes, so support whoever.
That is true. Yeah,
you
support
know,
whoever.
Support whoever
for
your
sure,
favorite
for
is, because
sure.
I
But
feel
it-
like the one of them got a promo and match $100 or some shit.
But it's like gamble with their money.
But shout out to Jake Paul, man. This is
You
a good
wouldn't
look.
put it on. It's not. I thought it was collectively Mike Tyson.
Why would it be?
Nah,
It's
Do
tough.
we believe in
He's
Mike?
57 years old. I was
I
talking
feel
to
like-
some niggas at work
What was
about
that
this.
exhibition that he just did though? That shit looked crazy.
He be looking
Roy
good,
Jones, he
but
looks
it's
good.
like,
He looks good.
nigga,
That
he
Roy
looks
Jones
good
exhibition
and
was-
shit.
It's just different when you get.
No, wait. AJ, he's
People-
also fighting another 50-year-old. Like, he looked good, but it wasn't like.
That's what I'm saying. People just hear Mike Tyson
Yeah.
and they forget that he's aged. They just think he's Mike Tyson.
Jake Paul has gotten very good as a boxer, but I don't think he's gotten that good.
I need to put my
Like-
money on Mike, but you probably should put your money on
Jake
Jake.
Paul. It's
He-
Jake Paul.
Just because the odds aren't in his favor, I'm sure, right? The
Mike
odds
Tyson?
have to be leaning towards
Mike
Mike,
Tyson,
right?
bro, the niggas,
He's 50.
57, bro.
He's
57.
57.
Turning 60.
Mike Tyson cries when he can't kill people still.
I know. So Mike Tyson, that's what. So here's the thing, and I was saying this. Mike Tyson is a legend, and he's a legendary boxer, and he knows what he's doing on a crazier level than Jake may ever touch. You know what I'm saying? Jake could box for the next 10 years and realistically not get there, and that'd be okay.
No. Mike cries now over the people he couldn't kill in the ring.
Right, that's a fact. So, but
just reflecting on the story, he cried.
But he's crying because he couldn't kill him when he had the ability to kill.
So we talked about that, right?
Yeah.
He still has that animal in him.
Yes.
So where it's just like, it's just waiting.
It's dangerous.
It's dangerous.
It's like that animal is going to try to run after that gazelle, and it's going to get tired. The joint's going to start hurting. It's going to be like, damn, this ain't the same animal that was knocking Evander Holyfield out and shit. Like, it's not the same animal.
That's not how it works.
If Jake can just not get cut off and not get caught up with being bum rushed by Mike, Jake can do some damage.
And
he could actually fuck Mike Tyson up. You can't.
I didn't know y'all were gonna go this direction.
No, not like he just gonna beat his ass.
No,
but like,
not like that.
I'm talking
No.
about the repercussions.
Taking one punch.
You're 57 years old and your brain could potentially touch your skull, nigga. Like, that's not good for nobody, especially a 57-year-old dude.
But what Mike doesn't have in age, he has in like just skill and time. So it's
exactly.
Nothing.
He can move at half the speed.
But you got to be able to. You have to be able to do it.
Nothing. You're 57.
Yeah, it changes. It changes.
Nigga, you're 57.
Mentally, he knows what's supposed to happen. He might not be able to do it fast enough.
Exactly.
Have y'all seen him training?
It's still not.
He's an animal.
Everybody looks good training.
Yeah, it's different.
Everybody.
He
The
still looks
niggas
amazing.
who lose look good training.
That speed that you see him training is not in-game speed.
What do most people think that's gonna happen? Like, are people?
You want to know
I
what
think the general consensus is that Mike Tyson's gonna fuck him up, but that's because people aren't thinking.
That's the general consensus, and I understand where that comes from because it could happen. It could still happen.
Yeah.
But this is the only time I will say, like, I wouldn't be surprised if Jake won. I really wouldn't.
I wouldn't
If
be.
Jake loses, he should probably stop boxing because if you can't fight a 57-year-old dude, what are you gonna do with a nigga your age?
As a current boxer who's young and I'm boxing and I'm training and I'm doing these things and this is my lifestyle, I should be able to beat a 57-year-old no matter who he is.
Who's in and out of this shit in his old age.
Yeah, one of them is probably really fighting, and it's Mike Tyson. Because Jake has in his mind, like, oh shit, we finna get paid, nigga. I'm just finna throw a couple jabs.
No. Well, Jake, nigga, he better fight.
He has to fight.
He better fight.
He's gonna have to.
He signed up to fight. He knows what he's doing.
Hopefully he's training.
It's a little sick, man.
I'm worried
this
about.
is fucked up, though.
I'm worried
You're worried about
Jake.
I know. I get it.
I feel like he won't be the same
Because that's still
he gets hit with an uppercut.
But that's still a valid concern. It's
57
still a valid
uppercut.
concern.
See if you could pull up the Roy Jones, because it was Roy Jones he fought.
Yeah.
that was about
old
a year ago.
Yeah.
Another old guy.
Yeah, but that shit, they were going at it though.
They was playing
weren't-
at the same
I don't know
speed.
about that.
But that's what I mean. They're still legends. So going at it, they're going at it, but it's not.
Yeah, do the highlights.
It's 3 years ago.
I thought it was 3 years ago.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw you on volume.
Yeah, I gotta hear this.
Ball, Mike Tyson. Shit, go ahead, Roy. Mike Tyson with a cavalcade of first-round knock. Get up in there, Roy. Shit.
They did 8 rounds in this. How many rounds do they have for?
The normal tattoo of my uncle's fighting at the barbecue. Get your uncle out of there. Get him out. You go meet me in the backyard. I'm tired of this. Ready a minute gone again. Just
That's Snoop Dogg, right?
Yeah.
It is. That's
Mike
right.
Tyson coming forward.
Hey, he did his head. I gotta hold him.
Roy Jones Jr. We're talking. The referee says, "Get me first. I gotta
This is
hold him."
sponsored by Shredder.
He said he's bringing his hands. I gotta hold him.
Oh, I can imagine that power. That's power. Okay, come on, Roy.
Trial of fighting of Roy Jones Jr. It does not conducive.
Man, I don't know.
And Mike Tyson explodes and delivers a left to the body and the left hook upstairs. And Roy Jones Jr., though coming forward, remains just blocked Roy Jones with that left hand, and Jones shook it off. Now Jones trying to turn back at least.
He can't let Mike get settled with the right hand.
That was a move and a half. He went real low. That was a low rider move right there.
that was a low rider move right there.
He's trying to make any pimp references. Yeah, shout out to Snoop.
Skip to the end. Let's see his speed in round 8.
Good point.
Yeah, let's
Again, for battering the body, quit on his stool nearly 3 years after Roy Jones Jr. extended his win streak to
You got to keep watching.
Yeah, they're holding it.
They are going to go. The exhibition is over.
And honestly, watching it, he looks a little slower than I thought.
He looks too slow for Jake.
Yeah, he
Bro,
does.
He looks
how old is
too
Jake
slow for
Paul?
Jake.
He looks
How
too
old is
slow
Jake
for
Paul?
Jake.
Mid-20s?
Jake is like 30 years younger than him.
Bro,
Legitimately.
25.
Like, he's like
least, right?
25 or so.
Jake is 25.
Yeah,
He's a young
26.
lad,
27?
Oh my god.
27?
Ooh, that's such like a
That's
right
30
age
30 years.
for
It's
ass
30
whooping.
years.
That's 30 years, dog.
It's a 30-year difference, bro. And I can be a
Old man strength too, though.
yeah,
Oh,
but
you
it's not
reaching
the, it's
now.
not the same.
Old
We're
man
okay, so
strength?
here's the thing: we have to give Jake a certain level of credibility for boxing at this point.
We
He's not.
do.
He's not good enough to be with the elite boxers of today. But boxing at 30 years younger than a nigga who is in his wherever he was at once. He's 57. I'm 27. I know how to box. Period. I can do some damage to this nigga. Unfortunately.
Now that I'm thinking about it,
Wait, to who? Mike
Unfortunately.
Tyson?
Yes.
now that I think
If I'm
about
Jake
it,
Paul.
If
honestly,
you're Jake Paul, yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
yeah.
This nigga Jake's in trouble.
now that
Now,
I
what
think
are you
about
about
it,
to say?
Mike, I'm gonna pray for Mike Tyson.
Oh,
Now
God,
that I'm
that's
thinking
about
about
you
it,
can fucking
I might have to
Yeah.
pray. Like I was kind of
You're not watching
I
at the right
like
speed.
I want to put my money on Mike, but the shit just
Can I put my
can't.
money on both? I don't know how that betting shit works.
You
though.
can, but it's. I mean,
You're not gonna win.
Well,
if
you
put
could-
your money on
it
both.
depends on how you do it, you know.
Yeah,
But
because
Yeah,
I've
they're
never bet ever.
I'ma
Especially
be-
with different platforms, like they have different.
Because it's
like
FanDuel,
what's that one
Underdog
term?
Sport, Underdog Fantasy.
DraftKings, Prize Picks.
Damn, it's a lot of
all the ones we not sponsored by.
right.
But shout out,
Nigga, cut a goddamn check.
please. We got real viewers.
Fuck. Yeah, these are real
We
viewers,
got real
nigga.
viewers, nigga.
Real impact, nigga. Real curse outs in the DM, nigga.
Jake,
sure.
We can make some real gamblers.
Yeah,
Give us a shot.
yeah.
Jake, man,
You're not.
he might eat Mike Tyson up a lot.
Mike Tyson is such a legend that he could potentially win.
Do you
Period,
think that
point
this would be
blank.
his
You know what I'm saying?
easiest fight?
Who, Mike or Jake?
Jake.
This is
Man,
unfortunately.
y'all are talking way. I genuinely didn't expect this from y'all
30 years.
because I didn't
nigga.
hear the. I really just thought that
If
we were
Mike-
all going
This
to be
might
like.
be his easiest fight.
If Mike was 40,
if Mike was 40, it'd be different. If Mike was 45,
that's
it'd be
That's
different.
40.
If Mike was
Nah,
It's too
it'd be-
close though.
I mean, even
but I feel you though.
Mayweather fought-
It's not,
Mike was
but it's just
50.
not 57.
it's
That's
not
what I'm
57.
saying.
It's 57. Like I can't.
Mike Tyson 57 is a 47.
He's gonna destroy most people anyway.
He doesn't look terrible.
That's
Like,
20
he's-
years. That's
he's in
20 years
shape.
apart. We're a couple years apart,
Right.
and you can already like. Come on.
Wait, what?
Yeah, that is true.
As far
That
as-
is
You're talking
true.
about like we have 10 years apart, and there's a obvious.
It's an obvious gap
All I
as
gotta
far as
do
athletics.
is go
There's a
between
gap
my
in-
legs.
but I'm
and
also,
stamina,
but we're also not training. Like y'all are fresh off of more active duty.
Yeah.
Like I'm coming
Yeah.
off of like sitting at a desk for 4
Don't-
years. type
that-
shit.
that's-
What you think
excuses.
Mike Tyson is doing?
No.
Doing
Podcasting
ayahuasca
and going
shit.
to the fucking boxing
Yeah.
gym
And what's his podcast about?
and popping shrooms, but killing the men he could have killed.
Yeah.
Getting high.
Mike Tyson's biggest advantage is his knowledge base, his timing, his skill, and his timing. Like all that stuff is gonna be. It's just executing. It's gonna be
He's
harder.
seeing so many different punches.
So many
He's
different
seeing
types of.
so
He
much.
knows the game in a different level than.
That's
a lot,
why
yeah.
I'm worried about Jake because I don't think this nigga stands a chance.
My thing
If
is
Jake can move his feet, he stands a chance.
Jake.
He stands the
stands a
best
chance.
chance.
Jake.
Best chance. Holy
I don't
shit.
know. I
don't say
don't
best
know
chance. He
if
stands a
Jake is more athletic than Mike Tyson is like skilled right now. You know what I mean?
No, not
Yeah, I get
really.
what you're saying.
Not
Like
really.
I don't. I think Jake's
Absolutely not.
age. It just 27, nigga. I can't wait till I turn
27 is
27.
normally.
I'm gonna get.
27
That's
is
30
normally
extra
the
pounds.
like 27 to 32, 30. Like those are
That's-
prime years of NBA players and like professional sports
That's where
athletes.
you at.
The 27 range, the
Nigga,
30,
27?
That's when you have the enough. I've seen enough.
You have enough mental aptitude.
Mental aptitude.
Yep.
I'm
But you're still
actually
young and
I'm young
athletic.
enough. I'm spry. I have the athleticism of a 21-year-old, but
Yeah, I
I'm
can
way
still
up
body
top.
a 18 or 21.
You know what I'm saying? I have that
But
athleticism,
Mike,
but I'm up here on some
but
shit.
Mike has way more animal than Jake.
That
way
is
more
true.
animal.
Now, not
Yeah,
even
yeah, way
So
more,
that's
way
why,
more, way
in
more.
That's
a
the one-
weird, in a
Good.
dumb way, this fight is kind of even.
Yeah.
It is.
That's the one
That's why I
clause
said he
because
can. That's why I said he could still get. He could still get
That's
destroyed
the
by
one
Mike. He
clause.
could still get destroyed by Mike. Don't get this fucked up. He
all it
can.
takes is for Jake to be like, yo, this is Mike Tyson. And then like all the propaganda
fearful of
that's
it.
like
Yes.
that everybody else
Yes.
has that
Yes.
could get into his
Yeah.
subconscious
If he
and fuck him up.
If that's good. I
Stop
like
trying.
that.
Stop sounding smart.
if he gets
$5.
if he gets hit with one good one that from Mike that reminds him that, oh fuck, I have Mike Tyson in front of me, it could fuck him up.
But then all it might take,
ruin
all it
everything.
might take is for Mike Tyson to look old for 1 second. Then it's like, oh shit, I forgot.
I'm good. Exactly.
I'm 30 years younger than this.
That
nigga.
might be the case because he might hit Mike with one good one that he realized that I stumbled Mike, and it's like fuck. I stumbled Mike Tyson. Oh, I have a fucking chance. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's
See, this is
man.
this is why it's so different from me, because who was the one that fought Floyd?
Conor.
Logan,
Jake.
right?
Logan.
It was Jake.
It was Logan.
Logan.
See, here's the thing with Floyd is
Floyd was playing with him.
He was playing with him, but Floyd is also like he's not a knockout nigga. Like he's gonna tag the shit out of you.
There was a time though.
But yeah, there was a time when he was a knockout nigga, but it's like
His hands brittle.
yeah, his hands are brittle, but he can tag you to fuck up repetitively, just
The
over
sport
and
of
over
boxing
again.
is to hit and not get hit.
Yeah, but Mike is the type that
They on cocaine.
he's here to kill you.
Yeah, he's trying to take your life.
Yes,
Like
yeah,
he's literally leaving it all in the ring.
Yes.
It's
So
nothing
Floyd did that when he was 45
when he did that the joint with
Logan.
Yeah.
So that was
2 years
ago.
ago. It was about 44, 45 when he did
Come on, man.
Imagine if he was 12 years older.
Floyd won that, right?
Yeah.
it. Yeah,
That's
Floyd
what I
won
thought.
that. Yeah,
Okay,
Floyd
okay.
won that. Yeah.
Jake.
Yeah, but Floyd was fucking playing with him.
Logan was also earlier in boxing
And
than Jake is at this point now too.
Yeah, and Logan was never as
Jake
good as
is
Jake.
clearly the better fighter.
Yeah, Logan was never good as
They're
Jake.
definitely
He's never as
definitely
good.
gearing all this up for
Their fight.
for their fight. Yeah, for
I don't
sure.
know why Jake is gonna destroy that nigga.
Yeah, you gonna fuck
It
him
depends.
And Logan's on the WWE arc too.
Yeah, he is.
He's a
going.
fake
Exactly.
fighter.
He is.
And he got KSI with him too.
Yo,
Yeah.
he's in the game. Right?
Oh, for
He's
real?
in the
As
game.
like a
Like,
Oh, yeah,
WWE
Oh, yeah.
2K24.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, he
Surprised.
should.
Oh my God, he getting
I
paid.
think he should stay there. That's where he should. Just
And
go ahead
I've
and
watched
do that.
clips of him.
He fits that role.
The nigga's actually good.
He's
That's
perfect.
what I'm saying. He's fucking good for that. The showmanship, he's got it. He's good on that.
Steroids.
That, yeah.
He could be the
Everything,
perfect
you feel
heel.
me? Like, yeah, he doesn't need to be like a real fighter like Jake. You know what I'm saying? He just needs to do the
Yeah,
fake
leave
fight.
that for your little brother,
Yeah,
nigga.
Yeah.
What's about all these thug ass little brothers?
Hey, you know
Bro,
what?
we
I just realized
Niggas always
we
tougher.
didn't talk about Back on Fig on the main show, but we fully covered it on the pre-show
Oh yeah, that little debacle.
on Patreon, and I'm wondering if we should do a little bit now. But honestly, I don't want to. I'd rather just get the office hours.
I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
I concur that decision, my
I was
brother.
about to say, niggas is tired. Is there anywhere else to break it down that's not gonna make the Patreon niggas feel like, they wasted $5?
Nah. I think if you want to hear us talk about Back on Fig and that goofy shit that's going on over there with Big Deal,
We talked about it a little bit.
yeah, go over there. It's just so embarrassing. It's hard to even.
Brothers
cover.
shouldn't fight.
Yeah, it's so embarrassing. I don't even know. We talked about it, but it's like, you know what?
Our brothers should fight amongst themselves.
And brothers' girlfriends should
If
stay
they're
out
gonna
of it.
fight.
Yeah, the white man and drug himself into it.
Yeah.
You know, it's a lot of goofy shit going on.
And don't go on the mic if you all flimmy.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's everything we had to say about that.
Yeah, let's jump into this.
Get your chili, nigga.
nigga. Get your chili, nigga.
At least some cayenne pepper.
Office hours.
Office hours, it's the point of the show that one, it really
This happens every fucking time.
it's the point of the show. I got
It's at
it.
the point now where it's like, nigga, office hours.
So, office hours is a point in the show where we give our critiques on your questions and concerns. Hashtag office hours. If you have any questions you want us to answer, you know what I mean. Just put it down below. Really appreciate it.
Yeah. We got a couple. We don't.
You got a
have
couple
any-
this week.
It was a little sassy of you.
And I want to
Of
know.
course, this is the first question.
I want to know what's going on with Google. But at Chop Got Sauce, shout out to you, nigga. In lieu of
How long did it take you to figure out Lou? Be honest.
honestly, perfect guess.
Okay.
But that's right. But that's right.
It's
That's
right.
Okay.
And I saw it. I was like, he gonna fuck this
How
up.
the fuck did you know?
It's just
You read it before, clever.
Nah,
This
it's right
nigga
here.
reads it before.
that's not true.
In lieu of news of the John Mustard, funny, having sugar be a main ingredient
made
in his
that joke.
take. It seems that's good. AJ's gaydar is pretty tuned. Was there a specific thing he said, or that was the final straw that sounded sassy? that sounded the sassy alarm.
Yeah, why your gaydar so strong, nigga?
Yeah, my gaydar is not strong at all. It's actually pretty bad.
Oh, okay.
There's a story. Yeah.
So I don't
There's
even.
a story behind his bad gaydar?
He'll tell it later, I'm sure.
You ain't know it was a man?
Yeah, no,
not like that. That's
Okay.
crazy. No.
No, I just don't. Unless you're like flaming gay, I don't know if I can't tell if you're gay or not.
Yeah.
And some of these niggas be soft, but they get mad bitches. So it's
Yeah.
like I don't.
You wouldn't put it past nobody.
I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of hard. My gaydar is pretty bad.
That whole like niggas be soft but be with bitches, bruh. I've only heard of Prince being that way. I have yet to see a nigga be
I've
like
seen it.
truly soft.
I've
I've seen it like twice.
Twice, but you're okay.
It's not a lot.
It's not
but
a lot.
It's one at my job.
I'm 23, so I got to see.
Yeah, it's enough to where
It's one at my job that's like that. I'm
Okay.
like, I thought he was a gay dude. I'm not even gonna hold you, but he has a whole wife and shit.
Well, we're
Now-
talking about
that's different.
Yeah.
Nah,
once
that's a little bit different.
Now you gotta
Once-
meet the nigga.
once-
You gotta like.
I don't know because
you
once
gotta
you're
meet the nigga.
married, there's understandings and
there's understand.
he can do anything. He might. You never know.
His religion won't allow. That's why you gotta know the
okay,
you gotta
okay,
know the
okay,
guy.
okay,
He's consistent. He's just soft. He's just real, like a little frail. He's just a
okay.
real guy.
But yeah, my gaydar isn't off. It's just the nigga he acts sassy. So like Dejan came out and was saying he came out the closet on No Jumper because apparently everybody already knew he was gay in the city. But he would just kept telling people like when he was coming out, they were like, "Yeah, I thought you knew," and it's like everybody was like, "Bruh, nobody just assumed you were gay." Bro.
He's actually gay.
Yeah, he came out.
You didn't know that?
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I feel like when we first talked about them,
That's something
Because
that
y'all
was
even
obvious.
asked.
We asked you right.
Yeah,
immediately.
and I was like, shit, I don't know.
See, you
But
don't even need a gay.
I remember that.
Yeah, I was like,
I don't know.
niggas gay or not? Yeah, I don't know.
Oh shit.
But yeah, I would just got the confirmation just like everybody else did, you know?
Why do I feel like
He's the last to know.
maybe, but also I don't see him getting a lot of flack for it. Is it just something that's
Because it's no flag. Because because the way he's presenting it is, yeah, I'm gay. Like, how did you not know I wasn't gay? That's literally what he's saying.
Yeah, like nobody's surprised. You feel me?
Yeah,
nobody's like, oh
surprised.
shit, that nigga.
that's why when you said like I thought I told y'all.
Yeah, and then he's also saying, I mean, y'all should have known. And I'm thinking,
Nah, not really.
I mean, I don't assume niggas are gay.
No, we should have known.
I
We
just-
should have
Like, unless
known.
I see you, like, I need to see you fighting your boyfriend in the middle of the
I'm about to
street.
say,
Yeah, I don't.
You
That's
know
not
what I'm
something
saying?
I assume.
You get drunk
really,
before noon, you slur your
Nah,
words.
but with
That's not-
him,
just kinda
with him
shows
is
itself
different. It's
as-
so obvious.
Is it?
It was
I
obvious as
didn't-
shit. I'm not gonna hold you.
I didn't know.
That shit look crazy.
I've seen his videos and I didn't know.
Bro, when we first saw the nigga, we asked him immediately. That's how obvious it was.
Y'all
you
did.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I didn't
we
see that
asked
shit.
immediately.
I don't know, but I've known sassy niggas like that with bitches, with wives and shit. So
I've never seen a nigga that sassy.
I don't know.
I've never seen it.
well,
It's irregular. But
he's homosexual.
yeah, you know, he had a little,
All right.
little sweetener.
Hashtag office hours. There's no stopping Danny. Shout out to the stop. I fuck with Danny, but I think he let Adam 22 use him as a pawn in a way to get at Joe. How do you feel about that? Y'all said there are no friends in this business, but how should creators go about loose affiliations or being associated with other creators? You are all now linked to Joe due to your appearance on his Patreon, but do you all think the loose connection would be lost if you did something with Charlemagne or Rory, etc.? Yeah. If Danny worked closely with Big Sloth, would y'all stop fucking with him? No longer shout out his videos, no calls on camera, etc.
Danny,
I love that you always ask like 17 questions.
shout out to
too.
PD,
But
yeah.
it flows.
It always
flows.
flows. It literally
Yeah.
always flows. So, like, just to answer your first question, I think Adam used him as a pawn in a way to get at Joe. Possibly. I feel like Charlemagne caught more shots in that interview.
Mm-hmm.
But you also,
And-
go ahead.
I was about to say, and there's a way to look at it to where Danny kind of not used Adam as a pawn, but it was mutually beneficial.
It was self-serving too.
You get
For
what
sure.
I'm saying?
They
Like,
use
if
each
you're-
other in a good way.
That's the best relationship.
Yeah,
That is the best.
That's the way to do it.
If you're not useful, you're useless.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, absolutely.
there's a certain level of that.
There was some
that's
give and take.
Yeah, there's give and take on both sides for sure. Danny got the exposure, got his story out on a big platform. Adam got to get his shit off. Boom. It was a win-win for both parties.
It's a good business agreement.
Yeah. Y'all said there's no friends in this business.
And then the second question is essentially if we linked with other people, would that fuck up our friendship with Joe? That's kind of what he said, right?
I don't think so. Yeah, I mean, he's pretty much saying I mean, niggas are sensitive. So we have affiliations and things of that nature with people, but honestly, I feel like we kick niggas' backs in so consistently and evenly that
we're nomads. Like
they understand this is a job. You know what I'm saying? They understand that we're doing a job.
Yeah.
You know?
Or not even this is but like this is our position.
This is our position.
It's our duty.
Because
you know what I'm saying?
Joe's a psychopath.
It's because we didn't come out the gate either. Like we didn't link up with Joe and then immediately like deride Joe and just say he never was wrong.
We dropped it and we kept moving.
We kept doing what we do, and
I think he made an angel dust joke the next episode.
Yeah, so like Joe's had we've said Joe's been on the negative side of things. So, and I think it's just part of the objectiveness. As long as you keep your objectiveness pretty consistent, and if you are not going to be objective, it's good to say it. Like.
Yeah, that's true.
Like I'm less objective with AD, like in terms of that fight video that came out, but I knew I was.
But it's the homie.
It's like, and then with Danny, oh my bad. With Danny, I'll be a little bit less objective too, but at the same time, we'll still kick Danny's back in too. So
of course.
90-degree angles on his face. What kind of shit?
What the fuck is that?
What the hell does that mean?
Damn, my bad.
You good? You gonna do a little bit more? Just for old time's sake, nigga.
No, niggas still. But yeah, he was like, wait, there was a last.
But yeah, in
right?
short, that's really on the other people to decide that.
There's something at the bottom though.
You know,
I thought it was within
if Danny had to work closely with Big Sloth, I would not talk to him. He's contaminated.
Yeah. Danny would be on pro. I might send bots to Danny's comments.
That nigga is
I might send a fade to Danny, but like not a real fade, like a haircut.
Yeah, that would hurt him worse. 90-degree angle.
Yeah,
Find out who his barber is and be like, give him a 90-degree angle.
Throw a protractor at this nigga.
Chin, yeah. But
clean this nigga up.
Yeah, no, I don't think it's, especially in the business that we're in. You know, like. If Danny can get a Big Loon interview,
go for him.
Well, I don't know how much it's going to help Danny because I think Danny got more real viewers than Big Loon, so he's not the best example. But somebody else, anybody at this point that almost everybody that we talk about has bigger platforms than us, right?
Yeah.
So it's for smaller creators, it's always going to be a win. You know, like at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Especially if you perform when you do whatever that content is with that person. So.
Yeah, your expectations were low. We don't know who the fuck you are.
Yeah, pretty much. So, yeah, I think it's fine.
Love the show. Thanks for the shout out last episode. Would y'all consider getting CTG a Father's Day card? This is a question for AJ because that's his father. like we the homies, and like it's cool that our homie got a rich, famous dad. But that's, I'm not getting him a Father's Day card.
He didn't tell us about.
Yeah,
until a couple weeks ago.
No. No, that's crazy.
Not a Father's Day card.
I'm not leaning that far into.
What about a friendship card?
That is Charlamagne's game, though.
Father's Day is coming
I leaned
around.
into it for one episode.
That's Charlamagne's game, the little fake props, like when he got Indian ass.
You should get him that. You should send it with a bottle of champagne.
Donnell Rawlings, what was that? The pack of Black and Milds and shit.
Oh yeah, the Black and Milds,
the Black and Milds.
Yeah. That's another good touch.
That nigga gifted him a whole ass.
Yeah, that was disgusting.
Shout out to Charlamagne, man.
Did we answer that question? I don't remember.
Maybe I would.
Yeah, it was the Father's Day card.
My answer was no, but maybe if it's funny enough.
I'll read this one because I see the last one. Hashtag Office Hours, another one. How much money would it take for y'all to have a gay role in a movie, skit, short film, etc.? How about a dress? Is Saying No Homo or Paul's Childish? And why does Tone Groove make a lot of gay jokes and innuendos?
We've talked
about this before.
I've told him about this.
Yeah,
what's up with all these gay innuendos?
Yeah.
It's not me, but
not Sydney. Sydney said something too.
About what?
Who's Sydney?
Sydney, she's like
in the comments.
One of the most consistent female listeners.
One of the lovely ladies. One of the
She was like, "What's up with Tone shit, man?
What's up with all this homophobia?
She said I was being homophobic. Like I said to her,
what's going on, man?
Those were bad jokes, but a lot of that shit is just to get these niggas off my back, honestly.
What are you talking about?
Grenade. Not you, but Lauren and Jay knows specifically.
Basically, don't lie.
Because what they'll do right is they'll spend like 15 minutes just talking about my body. So my defense is like, y'all gay. And then I make gay jokes about these
So
niggas.
basically, he throws gay people under the bus so he feels better. But how much money would it take for you to wear a dress?
Yeah, we actually had this conversation on LOI too.
200,000.
It would take $0 because I'm not putting it on. It's like there's nothing that can happen.
$200,000. I would never take a gay role or a dress.
Nah.
What if the gay role
didn't involve
you
any
acted like
fucking-
𝙿𝙾𝚃, where you're not like really gay.
Yeah, you're
just
not-
kind of, you know.
There's no fucking involved. There's no sex scenes.
You just 𝙿𝙾𝚃.
It's not worth it. I don't think it's funny. I'm a comedic actor.
Absolutely not.
You can be you could be gay and funny, I guess.
I would never play a gay person on screen. And is saying no homo and pause childish? Absolutely, but it's so
childish.
Fun. It's so fun.
Wait, Noblez, would you play a gay role on screen?
No.
Okay. You said something different last time we had this convo, but that's okay.
What?
I said something different?
Bro, he said something different every 2 weeks. Nigga, what you
LOI something a long time ago. It was a long time ago. LOI.
I said something differently?
Don't remind him of things he
What'd you
said.
say, 200,000?
But you see how I said something differently, but don't know what it said. So nigga, don't say these things very loosely.
I know.
And nigga, don't piggyback off of that. This is between us.
Oh, keep it between y'all. You see how I just made a gay joke?
But you see,
that? That's a perfect example. That's a perfect example.
No.
Y'all have it.
All these gay in your windows. I don't know what's up with all these gay in your windows, PD, but thank you for commenting every fucking time we drop a video. Because this nigga, he
It
loves
is
to comment.
childish though. Hey, fuck it.
I try not to say pause a lot,
child.
but it is childish as fuck.
It is. It's so funny though.
It's funny. Like
It is.
It is.
I watched
It
a
is.
pause
'Cause you-
compilation with Dame Dash. Hilarious.
Yeah.
Because his pauses are serious. Like he'll say something and be like, pause. And do you remember the Breakfast Club interview? He was like, pause. I didn't say what, but I didn't say which one though.
And then his homie's like yeah.
Like this shit got serious.
Yeah,
as fuck, bro.
like check yourself, pimp.
Yeah.
Hey, nigga.
Yeah, it's so childish, but man, nigga, that shit is funny.
No homo was old. That's like
You
that's
know
young
homo-
nigga
Yeah,
shit.
that's old.
Yeah, no.
Pause
homo
is a
old.
regal or refined gentleman's way of saying that was
Yeah, that's true.
gay. Yeah.
That was it, huh?
And it's making light
that was it.
of gay
Yeah, we
moments.
didn't have that many office hours this week. I did miss 2 LOIs.
Yeah, they're
though,
not
that he
even
made.
asking about podcast shit. They're asking
Do y'all want to do
gay
his? Do
jokes.
y'all want to do his why LOIs? Because y'all didn't get them yesterday.
Yeah,
Nah,
there's
we got-
there was a couple that were missed.
No, there was 2 that were missed. I should
Yeah.
have gave them to y'all.
Well,
Yeah.
fuck it.
fuck it.
What
We can
on
do them
air?
on here.
Fuck it. Wild
Because they were pretty funny, actually.
No shit.
Well, Wild it's the same thing as office hours, but it's about the universe instead of podcasting. You know what I mean? Any question or concern, you know.
Office
gonna
hours
be
about
for
the
sure to
universe.
answer it.
They just asked me about
But
gay
they-
jokes.
Well,
That's your universe.
That's your universe.
That's y'all universe.
These are also PDs as well, too.
Not according to
God
the
damn.
supporters.
Oh, shit.
They
Just
watch
wait.
us.
They're gonna come out about you.
They
You're
listen-
racist.
They already commented about
You're
me.
racist.
They comment about me all the
yeah,
time.
yeah.
But not
yeah.
enough people say he's racist.
They were just shitting on me recently.
Yeah, because you ain't
They
shit.
were?
Yeah. Yeah, they were shitting on me because they thought I said, a couple people shit on me about the thing where I said the podcast space is making the podcasters better.
Oh, they got you for that one.
They got me for that one.
It was on his head.
That was on my head.
Stupid
Yeah,
niggas.
that was on my
on
head.
camera.
That was on my head top. They
was on his
was like,
head. It was
nigga,
on
you
his
need
head
a
for
new
that one.
nigga on the show. Fuck
And
this
it's,
nigga.
and it's easy to pick on a
They
white
got on my
dude.
head,
So
bro.
it's like, nigga, fuck it.
Yeah, they was on him.
Yeah.
Shit on this white
They
dude.
got on me, too, but I feel like I killed it with my likes this week. I didn't say like too many times.
No, you didn't.
Say
You
you
did
had
a
a lot of
good
people
job.
agreeing with you.
I'm waiting on it to fully.
It's always going to be people.
There you go.
It's always going to be people complaining.
Both of these are PD.
Is it National Coffee Day?
Only one of them shits.
It's got to be.
That's been pissed. It's low-key been like-
I am dying to know what it
like,
is.
You know what's been bothering
That
me?
might have to
is
be the
that-
last thing we figure out.
Yeah, that's true.
I feel like the spoon turns into the sugar. Like they stirred with like some.
It's a specific coffee. It says flat
Damn,
white.
what the fuck is going on?
It's stupid.
Yeah, it said flat white. What the fuck?
Yeah, I don't know what it is. Doodles for beverages. Or something.
Oh.
Cappuccino art.
There you go. This thing finally popped up. It was taking a minute to actually like lock in. Those 2 of them, yeah.
It's 2. Yeah, I just didn't break them apart. All right, so this is the first one.
Whoa. Wait.
This is good stuff.
Yeah.
After watching y'all's old basketball video, I think Lord Lauren, I'm guessing that's the white man.
Yeah.
The artist formerly, it is Leon, can
He
beat
knows
Jay
this.
Nobles in basketball and wrestling.
And wrestling.
Hashtag
Lauren over anyone?
That's good.
Are you serious?
That's good. That is good right there.
Over anyone?
I wish I could jam you up, nigga.
Shout out to you, my boy.
Shout out to you, boy.
Oh
Lauren
my
got
God.
a fanatic. That's
The artist formerly known. And okay, so
I'm fucking up.
please,
That shit up right there.
our Patreon is $5. I don't agree
And the fact that you think so, you obviously haven't seen Lauren. You haven't seen enough footage.
He watched the video.
But you haven't
we
seen
have
enough
a video
footage.
of us playing basketball on Patreon.
Yeah.
You haven't seen enough footage.
Yeah.
And if
Play
you
it for
have,
one.
you would know that I've beat, quote unquote, the best guy in here. You know what I mean?
You've also played him 1,000 times. You've said that.
Yeah,
Facts.
you've had 1,000
You know what I'm
attempts.
saying? Like,
So,
relax.
Yeah,
so are you
way
saying
more
you haven't won?
Yeah.
Are you saying you haven't won?
Shut up, dude. That's not what I'm saying.
He's resorting to disrespect.
It's true. That's true.
So shut up, little bitch.
I've lost.
But you see what
I took
happens.
the L in that
You
exchange.
see what happens.
I did take the L.
Now,
I gave it to
eventually, when these, oh my God, when these Olympics come and the boxing video comes out, I'm telling you.
You always move the goalpost.
Yeah, because
What you mean? What you mean?
Can we address basketball and wrestling?
Goddamn.
Wrestling.
Oh, he
Okay.
did say and wrestling. He said and wrestling.
Wrestling
But
is-
you said boxing.
I already had my money on Lauren on wrestling too.
Obviously.
And
You
basketball.
had your and basketball.
The basketball. Okay, and this is what he. Hold
I had my
on,
money on him for both.
real quick. This is what he's saying. Just based off the eye test, Lauren appears to be more skilled because he's more comfortable with his movements. Like, because he's been playing basketball longer. But I think that battle.
He doesn't
think he would
understand.
get it.
I would get him so like, oh my God. But I really want to apologize. I can't even conceptualize why PD would say this.
The most annoying thing about this for me
Yo,
is
he likes Lauren better than you.
hold on. The most annoying thing
No.
about this for
He
me is
likes
that
Lauren more than you.
He overestimates Lauren's ability.
No, you underestimate everything. And that's
Yeah,
why it's
facts.
annoying to me.
Grossly
because both of y'all actually.
Bullshit.
So
I
the
give you
reason it bothers
Yeah,
me
we
is
both do
because I know I can beat you in basketball, but I would never say it's impossible for you to beat me. I can see a person winning a game. You know what I'm saying?
So
but
one of us. So basically, he said the same thing.
I'm talking about the back and forth. Like we talk about boxing, how it's back and forth. Like sometimes you're gonna get better in a round.
You think you could beat me in basketball?
Absolutely.
I
Absolutely.
know
I know
he
I
can
can.
beat you in
Are you
basketball.
kidding me? Is that a real question, nigga?
Bro, your technical skills are really trash.
It's really bad. You're not good.
They're really bad.
But hold on, but that's what's gonna make him win.
But
because
you
the
gotta
problem
understand.
is he's not gonna like.
And
He's
all
not
it takes-
following any
He's
rules.
gonna back Lauren down and for as long
Yeah,
as
he
it
doesn't even
takes.
play.
And
he doesn't
He's
even
gonna
play.
score the
Okay.
ball.
Okay.
And the problem with that is that Lauren
Okay.
don't have the reach.
And the problem with that is he's gonna miss those. That's what I'm
Okay.
trying to tell you.
Okay.
Because what's gonna happen is I'm gonna body him up still, even though I'm shorter. Like I'm not gonna let him just
and
bum
smaller.
rush me.
Don't forget smaller,
Yeah.
thinner, frail.
Wrong. Frail is the wrong word. So
Oh my God.
I'm far from that. Trust. So
Okay, I'll give you that.
I promise I'm thick.
Yeah, like he was thinking about something else.
no, I'm just saying like even when it comes to
Going back to the
wrestling,
office hours,
yeah,
day windows.
See, that's how it happens.
that's how it happens.
But
That's how it
this
happens.
is,
That's literally.
but
how it
this
happens.
is, look, man, you're entitled to your own opinion, PD. While I'm looking at Lauren
Hey, you're entitled
intensely,
to. You're entitled.
but
To. We'll play. We'll play. It'll happen. We'll find a day. It'll happen.
we are gonna find a day.
We'll
glad
find
my
it. It'll
place in the
happen. It'll
basketball
happen.
world
and we'll
is
figure it
settled.
out. And we'll figure it out.
Fuck nigga.
And hashtag.
He's resorting to insult.
At least it was at the end.
You doing good, buddy. You doing good, buddy. Hashtag 𝙾𝚃𝚃 that I think my friend named Jeward pronounced J Ward when I seen the title of the show. What's some of the weirdest names you've heard? This might be one of your weakest questions. Real or fake? Why do white people sometimes introduce themselves by their middle name? And do y'all have middle names? Where are the names of other people y'all trying to interview in the future? Shout out to the gang. Appreciate you though, nigga.
Dumbest name.
Hashtags
Learning on interviews.
When I first heard your last name, I was like, that's pretty stupid. Like it's kind of just like it's one of those. It's like an ugly last name.
And when I first heard your last name, I was like, what
What'd
type
you
of
think?
black nigga fronting like you Dominican?
Dominican?
Noblez? You got to see how his name is spelled.
I've seen it.
He has a Spanish name.
It's LES, right?
I just happen to have a Spanish
No, it's
head.
Nobles. His
Yeah,
last
LES. That's normal.
No.
The
nigga,
nigga last-
no. Noblez.
The nigga
That's
last-
normal.
Noblez.
Nobles. That's how you spell
Noblez.
Nobles.
It's not how it's pronounced.
Nobles is a cool last name. His
You're not
last name
rolling
is.
on. Damn, you just gonna
Fuck
dox
it,
me, nigga?
You tell my last
Fuck.
name. Fuck it.
Yeah,
But
it's
yours
your
is
name.
part of your name, though. It's a
Yeah.
little different.
Oh, it's part of my name. Oh, you're that special, nigga.
Yeah,
I'm
apparently.
fucking.
I gotta
Fuck
get
out
it.
Go ahead and mark
Comments over
that.
it.
Yeah. It's my I guess I'm comfortable
AJ's
with
last
myself.
name is Menace. Lawrence is. I think Gamble's your real last name, though, right?
Nah, it's not.
Oh, see, Lauren's last name is Gamble.
Oh, that's him, Gamble.
Yeah, my middle name is the last name Menace.
But what's some of the weirdest names? I work with a nigga named Judas.
So I mean, well, it might go to hell saying that's weird.
Yeah, wait, what?
But
it's out there.
I don't know why white people like they go by Dick, but their real name is Jim. I don't know what's up with that.
It's Richard.
My grandpa. Yeah, it's Richard.
It's Richard.
Nah, it's different, but you get the point. It is like
Nah, but there's a few names like that. Like niggas named Sylvester, their nickname is Billy for some reason.
No correlation.
Sylvester,
If your
mean?
name is Sylvester, the nickname
What's
for that
Sylvester?
What's Sylvester,
Bill.
bro?
Yeah, what the fuck?
Sylvester.
What is that?
That's my
Syl-
grandpa's name.
Sylvester.
Sylvester or
Yeah, well,
Sylvester?
I'm bugging Sylvester, but yeah, that's how I say to fuck with him.
Slide.
I forgot
Oh,
that's
okay,
not how you
okay,
actually
to
say
fuck
it.
with him?
Yeah, that's my grandpa name. The fuck? You don't be mad at me. You got daddy issues, nigga. Where's your Pueblo, nigga?
I know my I know how to pronounce his name, too, nigga. I know how to pronounce his name,
You
nigga.
mad they don't got a Papi Chulo.
Nigga, fuck out of here.
I
Yeah,
can't
I
think
call
of the
him
weirdest
Sly.
name. Because we used to work in a call center
I know
for
the
like 4
weirdest.
years. So
Yeah, there's some weird names.
so many weird. I've come across so many.
There's a name that I saw that teachers tell me they see the weirdest names, right? Teachers.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
And there's a name, if you spell it out, it's 𝙿𝙾𝚃𝚃. How do you think that's said?
L-A.
Wait, let me see it again. L-A-L-A.
IA.
I-A.
Yeah, it's literally
Leah.
LA-IA.
Lahia.
John.
LA-
Latte?
That's the name.
Leia.
Allah.
Leia.
Oh, I have no idea. Laia.
Wait, is this Hebrew or Pig Latin?
Nigga, that's a crazy name. I have no idea how you say it.
Wait, one more. L-I.
Liar.
Nah, I already guessed that.
It's probably not even La. It's probably like gorilla. It's probably, it's probably just completely
It might be Dick.
Yeah.
Right.
It's Ladashia.
Oh, you say
You're
the
lying.
dash.
Yeah.
La dash.
Ladashia.
Yeah, that's disrespect. That's disgusting.
Innovative.
Yeah, that's nasty.
Innovative,
That's
but it's
nasty.
confusing.
That's a black
That's
person.
nasty. Yeah, that's nasty.
That's definitely a
Ladasia.
black
That's
person.
nasty.
Why would they do that?
Ladasia's not a bad
I don't know why
name.
black people do shit like that to their kids.
That's nasty.
Yeah. Yeah, fuck white people. I don't know why niggas do that shit.
Yeah, for real. White
Yeah.
people don't have the craziest name. It's niggas with the craziest
Yeah.
names. And like a nigga will take a regular name and just spell it fucked up.
like that?
Like putting the race on them. Like the name is regular as hell. It's,
Yeah.
It could have just been Anthony, but it's D.
Yeah,
Anthony.
but
now.
it's
Yeah.
like ANTH, or it's like they add some weird shit
It's
in
like
there.
first name, like should have been Asia, but it's Quinn Asia.
Yeah.
Like Quinn, we have like it's things with syllables. Quinn.
That's a fact.
Black people want to be different so bad.
Hey man, we like to feel special, man. And the best way to make us feel special is to like the video, subscribe to our Patreon.
Yeah,
What?
facts.
I just thought of another weird white name. We had a homie in high school named Sebastian.
Not
That's
that
pretty
crazy.
standard.
Yeah, that's not that crazy.
That's Wiz
you're
Khalifa's
right.
son's name, actually.
yeah,
You're right.
not that crazy.
He was just the first one that I've ever met.
It's, you don't see it. You don't hear that name
Yeah,
often.
it's
I
not
bet it's
Sebastian.
I
bet
can
it's
tell you the
Sebastian.
names that I don't like.
I actually know just
I tend to like, for some reason, I just don't like these people. I've never met a Scott that I've liked. And every Scott that I've ever met has always been a fucking asshole. And I hate
Scots suck. Yeah,
I've
you're right.
always hated Scots.
Scotties are cool.
Scotties, but Scots, I never liked Scots. And then niggas that I met or people that I've met named Steve are always something's different about them.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I can never place it because all of them are different. One of them might be weird, one of them might be they all have something.
They're on the spectrum.
They all have something strange where you're just like, it's just something not connecting for
Yo,
me.
that's how I feel about black dudes with white guy names.
Really?
Like, it's always something off with them niggas. Like, why would you name a nigga Justin?
Your name is That joke was terrible. And
It
your
was
name,
funny. It was hilarious.
And your name,
Everybody's laughing. You're the only one not laughing. Everybody's laughing.
it's not even a real laugh, and he's about to stop laughing in 3, 2, it's over. And first of all, your name is Anthony.
Yeah, shut up.
Your name is
It's pronounced Antonio.
don't like
We're
you.
talking
You
first
see this
names,
head?
right? First names?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Worst one I heard in Florida was probably Vernon.
Yeah, that's stupid.
Vernon sounds like an
Vernon.
old
Vernon.
nigga. Sounds like Harry Potter.
I knew
uncle.
we know a nigga named Vernon. High school, he was cool.
I ain't know him that good. I don't remember.
I've known Nicole Vernon too. I haven't met many Vernons though. The most famous Vernon I know is Dudley, Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Nigga, is he a side character?
He's the
Yeah, he's
uncle.
obscure.
He's the uncle to Harry.
He was only in the
why.
first movie, right?
He's in the beginning of all the movies.
Yeah,
actually.
yeah. Ironically, yeah, it's crazy.
Actually, thinking of another one.
He's in the opening scene of all the movies. Yeah.
And another friend in Florida, I actually feel kind of bad like calling him out like this, but his name's Norbert.
God, that sounds fat.
Norbert.
Yeah.
Was he fat?
No, he wasn't. No, he was like skinny fat.
Oh,
Okay.
names like that. Herbert.
Yeah, Bert
Sure.
something.
I knew a
something
Herbert.
Bert is kind of rough.
Herschel.
And then niggas called him Herb.
Herschel.
But Herschel, that's an old name. That's from that Shannon Sharp era of like
Herschel.
We give
Herschel
niggas,
Walker.
we give black dudes women
I actually know
names.
2 Herberts.
I only know the Herschel Walker. Oh, Herbert.
Yeah, I actually went to school up in Philly with 2 Herberts. Same grade too. They were one grade. They were my sisters a year ahead of me,
God
which is
bless
fucking even crazier because.
What are the odds of that?
Yeah, that's not. It's already not a common name, and they were both in my sister's grade.
They were the last niggas with that shit.
Yeah, one of them's in
Phased
jail
out.
right now.
But if you name a black dude Terry, that's weird. There's something suspicious about that.
He's either going to
Shit,
be
names like Terry, like Carl. What's another one? It was. I had a good example the other day.
what's names that are like kind of made for women but dudes have them?
Patrice,
Dominique,
Dominique,
Shannon.
Shannon is a real one.
Yeah.
Like, nigga, you named your son Shannon, and he's 6'5", 220, nigga. Like, goddamn.
That was irony.
The 2 male Shannons that I do know are in the NBA. Well, they're in athletes.
NBA and
because I remember the Lakers. Shannon
Brown.
Shannon Brown.
Yeah, Shannon Brown.
And then Shannon Sharp.
That nigga ain't do much for the Lakers.
I feel like he was on there for a while.
He was hooping.
I feel like he was like
who?
Shannon Brown.
He was good enough to not. They didn't get rid of him.
He was
quickly.
definitely good enough to stay.
Yeah, like
which
yeah.
means a lot.
And that was a bit. And that was like a winning championship.
Yeah, that
winning
was the
team,
championship.
too. So he was obviously a good backup.
He played a good role.
He had a spot there. But all right, y'all, that's it. There was a mix of Office Hours and YLOY because it should have been on. Those 2 should have been on yesterday's show.
Yeah, I was about to say, man. And PD, shout out to you, man. You're nigga. You are first place.
Yeah,
keep doing your job, nigga. I
PD
love you.
is really holding it down for Office Hours and YLOYs. Some of y'all need to step it the fuck up, man. But I mean, it's funny because there's a lot of people who comment every week. It's just y'all just don't do the
and you don't have to have an Office Hours
or
YLOY, every week. But if you think of a question, just put it down below. We gonna answer it. But oh damn, you sound bad news.
I think I fucked up. Sorry.
Oh man.
Let me just check something real quick. Keep going.
Well, speaking of
AJ finds out if he's in trouble or not.
I was about to say if he paid his bill on time.
Yeah, or if his dad called him.
Daddy called. Reminded me, nigga. Shit.
Well, you got some bills to pay.
That's
What bills?
Don't worry about it. I just meant to go to. I just meant to go to the bank. I was trying to transfer some money from one of my banks to the other bank, and I forgot to. That's all.
Oh shit! Speaking of bank transfers, let me. I deposited a check early, and that shit is need that shit right now. Need that shit immediately. Nigga.
Yeah, I was about to say you've been.
Yeah, that was a whole.
Hey, yo,
I got a check signed by a Jewish man today. That was the first time ever.
Yeah,
it was intense.
Yeah.
Hey yo, PD, I'm gonna make you a moderator too because I don't think you're a moderator for some reason.
Oh, did
He's not a moderator.
Did David get in there too? Because he hit it. He was the one from one of
David Harvey?
Yeah.
He was our first patron. Yeah, he's definitely in there.
Hey, shout out to David Harvey.
Yeah.
And shout out to Cletus too.
Shout out to Lori Harvey as well.
He's for sure in there.
Yeah, shout out to Lori Harvey. I hope she's still fine.
Can we Google it just because we here? Like, why not?
I don't know.
We ain't objectified nobody.
Okay, never mind.
I don't know what she's been up to.
I forgot some of the people who are moderators, their office hours. What'd he say?
This nigga said, I forgot what this bitch been up to, and he actually looked like a journalist. So I was like, what the fuck? She's been doing good things. She's doing God's work, nigga.
That bitch
She's
is too.
putting on for the itty bitty titties.
I would not trust. That bitch is too perfect.
Yeah, nah. She just got it. Whatever it is, the it factor. You know who's been growing on me lately?
She definitely looks annoying, but what?
India Love has been growing on me lately. And I'm not gonna lie, I think I got serenaded with the vocals because on that Kanye song, she comes in at the end, and I was like, "Who's this fucking goddess?"
India Love was on a Kanye song.
Yeah. I think Timberland sampled her voice onto that shit. No, it's India Love. I promise you, I did the research.
No, India Love doesn't do anything.
Sorry, I'm thinking of India Westbrook.
Okay, that's the same person.
Is it?
Yeah, I just discovered.
Yeah, right here, India Love Westbrook.
She sings?
I didn't know that. I didn't know that. That's what
I'm not saying she sings, but her voice was sampled on a Kanye song where she was harmonizing. She was angelic.
I used to have a thing for her.
Yo, you know,
I got a thing for her now.
She just got a
Crystal, the best one.
She just got some ass.
Crystal Westbrook.
She did get some ass,
and I don't even like it. I like her. I liked her more when she was just busty.
It was cool. Yeah.
If we picking Westbrooks, I need Crystal.
What Crystal look like?
I get it.
That's my type.
But she not singing on a Kanye beat, so
even better. I think she actually went to college, got a degree and everything.
And she's still taking nipple-ish pictures. Fuck out of here.
Yes.
It depends. It depends, man. Whoever is the least stuck up.
Yeah.
Whoever's the easiest to
deal with.
Yeah, no, it's probably her.
She has a natural body.
What's up with those titties? What they mom look like? Have y'all ever seriously?
No.
What their mom look like?
No, all the sisters are fine. Like they're all.
Wait, she comes from a family. Oh, this is her sister.
Who's her mom?
That's her sister. It's like four. It's like four girls.
Yeah, it's for,
where's the
mom?
rest of them?
He's still asking the question.
And why don't they have a show? Why do we watch the Kardashians when it's on these
they
fine
did
ass
have a show called.
They did. So they had a show on VH1.
Yeah.
It was called like fuck it, Keeping Up with the Westbrooks, but it was about their family.
Keeping Up with the Westbrooks. It was all.
And
can we get
one of them rides motorcycles. One of them is Big Deal's baby mama, who's T-Rail's brother. Yeah.
He's a big deal.
Shit, he's a huge deal, nigga. The
It's called
Westbrooks.
the Westbrooks. That's all
It's called.
Can we get a picture? I
Yeah,
need to see them all.
go to images.
Well, I'm gonna just go with the Westbrooks. And then do that.
You think they're that popular?
Yeah, it's
Who's the mother?
Yeah.
Let's see what's going on.
The mother.
This is black excellence.
Now let me guess the mother.
Is it not obvious?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's one of those is the mother.
One on the bottom left is the motorcycle rider, I think.
Of course,
Like
she
she be
looks the
popping willies and
butchiest.
shit like
She
that.
definitely looks the butchiest. I'm not gonna lie, the genetics didn't get spread very evenly.
Nah, this is a good genetic diversity.
This is a great spread right here.
Diversity.
But like,
nah,
there's
because
only
like
two of them that are bad.
Nah,
They
you're
all
crazy,
look
bro.
like sisters,
You're
though.
crazy.
They all look like family.
You
know
wouldn't
what I'm
pop the
saying? It's a
one.
good spread.
Like, man, I'll pop all of them, even the chubby one on the left.
Why? Because you're trying to get to the cute ones. See,
Nah,
that's
because
a bad strategy.
You gotta understand.
What?
You gotta understand. Like,
Yeah, what's happening?
it's fried chicken.
You don't understand genetics, nigga. This is an
This-
immaculate
this
spread
is
right here.
Beautiful. This is cool, but I'm just saying, y'all made it seem like all the bitches was bad.
They are, bro.
Well, no.
This is as good as it gets.
I'm about to
This
say,
is
bro.
as good as it gets. There's no way.
This many times.
There's no way. They hit twice. It hit twice.
And who are the twice you're looking at?
He's
The
talking
two
about
on the
these two
right,
right
Crystal
here.
and,
He's talking about these two.
Crystal
Yeah,
and
he's talking about these
Love.
two,
And
yeah.
what about the one on the bottom left?
She remains on the bottom left for a reason.
It's funny. Women with the black features, you tend to stray away
They're
from.
all light skinned. You're reaching. They're all light
But
skinned.
she has the
He has the point.
She has the
She's
blackest
not the
features.
The
She has the blackest features.
The blackest features. That
What's
has
up
nothing
with
to
that?
do with.
Go to another picture.
Where
'cause
you
they-
see
this
black
is
features? What
also
you saying the black
one
features?
picture. Yeah,
I know
go to-
you don't see them.
Yeah,
You
go to
can't.
that one where like they're just like all together outside.
One of them's
That's
fat.
a Facebook picture. Hold
She's
on.
not fat.
There you go.
Oh my! One of them's really big, and it's always a
Whoa,
really big
actually,
one.
she might
She
be
still
like
look
perfect.
good.
Like if you're going for
Bro, she's
chubby,
still fine as fuck, bro. What are
Man, you like
talking
bimbo
about?
bitches. Her titties are too big. Y'all are bugging.
They all have oversized titties.
Yeah, but some of them work.
well, actually, they're in the perfect. I'm hitting them 1, 2, 3, 4, left to right.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
But no.
That's what I'm
but
saying.
if it had to be reversed, I'm not going to be like, what the fuck? Why you got to be reversed? I don't want to hit the I don't want to hit that bitch
Accept
first. Like, I'm
less
not
for
gonna-
yourself. You don't even like good customer service.
Oh, my
Of course, you're not
God.
gonna pick the best titties. Fuck
Come
outta
on,
here.
man.
Nah, left to right, definitely, and I'll take the first two at the same time. Look at the body language.
And best
They
titties.
feel like bad bitches. Them other bitches trying to find their place in the world. She don't know what to do with all them titties. And she just big.
And
Nigga, her motorcycle
happy to
gang
be
come
here.
fuck you up.
Yeah, for sure.
She look like she cooked the best meals
Who?
Right here.
on the far
She
right.
look like she eat the best meals.
That's fine.
She's not that
She's probably-
fat.
She's
The
not
ones
that
on the
big. She's
end,
not
I'm-
that, she's
I'm
not
going
that
for the
big, and
ones on
she's
the
not
end.
ugly either.
But what
'Cause
you
you made it
guys
seem like
far
she was
from ugly.
You made it seem like she was
She's
ugly.
far
earlier.
from ugly. She's far from ugly.
She's not
But
ugly.
What we will not do is try to force a beauty standard. That's not happening.
What are you saying?
What,
I'm not
body
tur-
positivity? What is this?
No,
What is
I'm not. I'm
not turning
being
that
objective
down, bro.
about it. It's not my style.
She's not the worst, but like Kardashians, top to bottom, and I don't even really think them bitches that
This
attractive.
ratio is better than the
I don't even
Kardashians.
think
nigga.
them
sister,
bitches that
nigga?
attractive.
Are you kidding me?
Prime, pull them up.
Whoa.
Pull them up. Pull them up.
Whoa.
Pull 'em up.
I'm taking the Westbrooks over Andy.
Hey, yo, that's
First
a
of
whole
all,
fact.
if I
Yeah.
had
Band
to
for
choose,
band.
if
Band
I had
for
to
band.
choose,
No.
I'm taking the
No,
Westbrooks.
no, you're not.
Yes,
You're
I am.
taking the
'Cause I'm gonna
Kardashians.
fuck those two in particular. But pound for pound, there's a lot more weight on the Kardashian side.
You know,
Pound for pound?
Pound for
You done
pound.
lost
You're
your fucking
crazy.
mind.
Pound for pound.
You're
Lineup
crazy
wise,
boy.
The Westbrooks are clearly killing the
Pound for pound.
Kardashian lineup.
Pound for pound.
They're killing them in everything.
Hey, look, they my personal favorite.
First of all,
For me.
one
White women.
lineup requires a surgeon.
One lineup requires a scale, nigga. It's
Nigga.
like, what are you talking about?
Are you kidding me?
Nigga, and India Love got work done. She got ass now.
Oh, she got so does every Kardashian, nigga. Be quiet. And first of all, look, first one, they all look good in their own way.
Okay, congratulations. You fuck all these bitches.
And you hate fat women.
I don't hate fat women. I'm just, you know.
We really laid it on thick with the
I got 4
objectification
options.
at the end, huh?
I got 4 options.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with
We went a whole,
first two.
and
we
you
went a whole show
disrespected-
without doing it.
This nigga said 2, like at least 3. At least 3.
No,
At least.
no. She looked like a used
I'm not
tampon
gonna lie,
standing
bro.
there.
Toe standards they're just fucking all over. I don't understand what he thinks is fine as hell.
Sometimes
It's what you
I
said
don't-
earlier.
yeah,
It's
it's out of
it's
control.
quote-unquote-
No, it's how horny he is right now.
It's quote unquote
Like,
exotic. You
And
know
I
what I
may
mean?
be
Like
rude.
quote unquote something that looks like it's not from here.
quote unquote
That's not
something
true.
not
That's
black.
not true. It's not
What are you
true.
saying?
I mean,
not true.
It's not consistent.
It's
not
funny
true.
how what you're
It's a
saying
wide
doesn't
range.
line,
That's
but I'm
why
not
it
trying to
doesn't
put that
seem
on.
No,
You know
but
what I
it's
mean?
like
It's a wide range.
The shit that you be dedicated to be like, this is trash. I'm like, nigga, what? Are we looking at the same thing?
You want to talk about dying on heels, nigga?
I would say the only
No,
thing that
the conversation you want to have?
yeah,
But you see
yeah,
how he's
that's
feeling?
true. That's true.
That almost got you though. That was good. That was good.
Nigga, stop. Nigga, sit
Wait,
down.
so
that was
I
it,
will
not
say
me.
that
That's
the only
it, that's
egregious thing you said is that the third sister here is not ugly at all.
And if
she's
I'm not
not,
gonna
she's
lie,
not
she
the fact
ugly
that
at
you
all.
look
said
better right
2,
there.
the fact that you said 2 and maybe not even 3.
Why
That's
do you want me to
crazy.
fuck this bitch so bad?
I'm not
Nobody's
saying
even
she's
talking about
bad.
who you would
It's
fuck.
about the
Nobody's talking about-
objectivity.
yeah, I'm not
you
talking
can't
about
look,
You're the only one
you
bringing
can't,
who would fuck
you can't
you,
look
yeah.
at 4 and be like, I only want 2 of them.
Objectively, these women are all fuckable. Objectively. Happy?
No.
You glad now, niggas?
I want to hear you'll hit 3 out of 40.
Wow, why are you worried about where I come and I make the gay jokes?
Because
But he worried about who
this
I'm
has
coming
been
with.
a beautiful episode, and this is what we do. Hashtag office hours. Any questions or concerns, please leave them down below. Like the video, subscribe, do your due diligence.
Yeah.
LOY the show. We're hosting a show, so check out the episode tomorrow. Get some information about that. But thank you for watching. It's been a beautiful episode. I think so. But hey, Jay Nobles.
Don't groove.
AJ the Menace.
White man behind the boards.
Yeah.
F-Mac on the keys.
Me again.
And we out.
We out.
Yo, what was that shit?
Yeah.